no in between for this setting. Volume control options, maybe? Open volume mixer. Oh yeah, this is probably out. Perfect. I'm just gonna have to remember to fucking return it back to the way it was before. 50, huh? Alrighty, let's set up our team here. I should just bring Eric along as our wave clear, because Eric's NPs are super fast. So I'll actually save Oda for later. That, and I can probably finish out Eric's bond at some point. What's he at? 8? May as well finish it out. I know Robin is close to getting done. 9, yeah. He's almost done thanks to Christmas. Steno is, well, she's still got a long way to go. French Saber is almost done, but 300,000 bond points for her last one. That'll be a pain. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. Alright. What's up, Andres? How's it going? Looks like a lot of people are absent from the usual norm. Let's see. Now that I think about it, having Oda here would be kind of nice because Eric just isn't strong enough. I wonder if there's a better way to do this. Oh, I'm not even doing the right AP mission right now. I'm doing the 40 AP. I don't need to do the 40 AP. I want to do the 30 ones. 3 days until London, yeah. Yeah. You are correct, my friend. 3 days until London. All hell breaks loose. Volume mixer. Alright. 3 days until London. Not a lot of people today. I guess people just are way too used to me streaming on weekdays rather than weekends. But I know I did have a Saturday stream before. I've streamed myself grinding for feathers once before. Had a lot of people then, but I guess now it's just 30 of you guys here. No idea where everyone else is. Everyone unsubbed. Rip Toe Sniper. Actually, yeah, rather than Eric, we're gonna just default to using a Nobunaga, because she's actually strong enough to take out the first wave in one turn. Or possibly. Barring no bad RNG, that is. Some are probably sleeping. At this time, it's a weekend. And this is about the time that I usually go live, either like an hour before or right around now, so... There's probably something else going on, I don't know. Maybe someone else is streaming at the moment. Stealing all the viewers. As you don't know, I could actually check. Let's see if anyone is streaming. Why bully Salter? Well, because we need to farm feathers right now. Looks like Soberoni's put up two other Servant Spotlight videos that I'll probably have to launch later on after the stream. God damn it. No poison. Always annoying when Robin doesn't hit his poison. You're just here rendering an FGO video in Spanish, and your stream just popped up. That's cool, man. That's cool. I'm aware that FGO actually has an international community outside of just like the major English-speaking communities. And I know for a fact that the Spanish, or you know, the Mexican or the Spanish-speaking communities, at least on YouTube, are actually really big. So they get pretty active over things, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised that FGO is one of them. Because most people in America don't really think of any of the Latin American countries as having like big weeaboo populations, but they do, So I'm glad to see that you're creating content for the Spanish-speaking communities. Fight the good fight. Little do we know, Not a Whale is streaming. Yeah, it'd be pretty funny, but I already checked my notifications. He's not streaming right now, so can't be him. Can't be him. Did the stream just start? Yes. Just started. Fresh, not even 10 minutes ago. So you just found out why people want Lancer Alter and you're speechless? Why? What about her amazed you? Share with us, please. Please entertain us. What is it about Lancer Alter's assets that made you speechless? Hey, what's going on, Tristan? What's going on? Not much on my end. Just hanging out, chilling, grinding. It's the weekend. Preparing for London. Which, by the way, the London stream isn't actually going to be on Monday. It's actually going to be on Tuesday because I got my dates mixed up as usual, and London doesn't actually come out on the night of the on midnight of Monday. It comes out midnight of Tuesday instead. So, rip. Rip. I've been able to watch your streams in a while. I mean, because I stream on YouTube, YouTube automatically processes the VOD and puts it up on my channel automatically, so in case you miss any of them, you can always just come back to my channel and rewatch them if you really want to. It's the tits, isn't it? How straightforward. Must be that lore. Yeah, those two huge plots. Everyone knows you're after the plot. You have a couple reasons why people want Lancer Alter. A couple. Yeah, let me point out to you. 1 and 2. Let's just say you weren't expecting that art at all for her, for Lancer Alter. Well, the thing is that I hope I'm not going into like super spoiler territory, but the Lancer Sabers are supposed to be like what if Artoria never pulled what is it? Never pulled Caliburn from the stone. That's basically what it would have been like. Never got Caliburn, never got Avalon, never got Excalibur, but instead she just she acquired a Rongo Miniad instead and rocked with that. That's basically what it would have been like. Because without Avalon to inhibit her growth, let's just say she ages well. You gotta get me out of General Channel for a while you farm for pieces of monuments. General, you mean in Not a Whale's Discord? I mean, Not a Whale's general chat in his Discord can get pretty rowdy sometimes, and I love it. Her 2 huge crits. Oh, our crits are what we call them these days now? Is that the hot new meme on the block? Her 2 huge crits. Who should you focus on, Emiya, Nobu, or Atalantia? You weren't able to get Nobu's last golden skull. Are you kidding me? You weren't able to? Why? How? Like Ascension, the welfare Ascension materials are the first thing you should ever look for whenever you're completing events. Like, if you can't do those, then I don't know what you were doing. I would imagine that either you just didn't have like time because you had like IRL stuff, or maybe you just didn't, you know, join the game fast enough. Like you joined the game like right when the event was going on, or something like that. But if that's the case, then well, unfortunately, you're just gonna have to be stuck with a level 70 Nobu for a really long time, even forever. Because I don't know how you're gonna get another golden skull out of that. But just to answer your question, I mean, you can't really do much about Nobu anymore if you didn't get her last golden skull. So between Atalantia and Emiya, if you want damage, go for Emiya. If you want crit stars, go for Atalantia. I'll put it like that. Aren't I in excess of feathers because of Christmas events? Actually, yes, I am, but no at the same time. I initially thought that I had enough feather. I need to farm more feathers to cover Orion's skills, but after calculating the feathers that I had on my account, or that I have, present tense, on my account, I actually have enough to cover both waivers and Orion's skills entirely. When I thought that I didn't, so I don't know how I managed to gather that many feathers, but apparently that's the case. But then now I want to ascend, or I want to level Ku's skills, so I can do solo Ku memes with him. And he requires how many? Like 39 Phoenix feathers, so I'm getting Phoenix feathers for him now. Big lag on your end? It's not on my end. My internet's working fine, and OBS says I haven't dropped any frames, so it's not my fault, dude. Sorry. Maybe try to refresh the stream if you can. In any case, farming for Phoenix feathers, even if I get Saber cookies, that's actually very good because I only have quote unquote only have 82 gold saber cookies, or just saber cookies in general, so I can always do with more. So feathers, or I just need the gold Amazon to just show up in the second wave. Gold feather, or gold cookies, or feathers, either way, they're both good. That spear is a thing that killed Mordred. Good old Rongo Miniad. Mordred will have will be triggered every time she sees it. Whenever the Lancer Sabers are around. Inhibit her growth. Yeah, Avalon sucks. I mean, given how she turned out in her Lancer form, did Saber really need Avalon when she's gonna become basically a demigoddess anyway? Now we're getting to the deep lore shit. That feel when you're a super casual, you barely got Nobu into first place? Shame on you. How dare you disrespect Nobu like that? You kind of want to ascend Lily for Saber Wars, but she literally only gets 250 stats from 7 to 80, and you need those scales. Don't have to. Yeah, her stat gain is shit. At max, she only gets around 10k HP and set like 7.7k attack, and that shit blows. So, if you don't want to ascend her, don't. Perfectly understandable. And besides, you're probably not going to fight with her, so... most you'll ever do is probably put her in your back line, to be honest. Using Robin without a Zud, I'll use Mikey Servants in whatever form that I damn well want. But yes, his hood is badass. I'm just not using it at the moment. Australian inner pipes sucked this morning. Oh well, rip. Is Saber Lily worth leveling up? You have Altera, but you would like one more Saber on your team, but you don't know who's the best from 4 stars or lower. If you're going for stats, Saber Lily is not someone you should concentrate on. Like I just said, Saber Lily has at level 80, 10k HP and 7.7k attack, and that shit blows. That is really bad. She is by far the worst 4-star in the game. Yes, even worse than Sumanai. So if you have another 4-star Saber, then you should probably level them first. Probably. Where do I farm, or where do you farm Golden Saber money? Today's Saber dailies. Do it now. Either the 30 or 40 AP. 40 AP technically has a higher chance, but 30 AP, you should probably do the 30 APs, because 30 APs have a much higher chance of dropping you Phoenix Feathers. And I know everyone needs Phoenix Feathers. Favor's a better option. Oh yeah, Favor, Caesar's a better option than Saber Lily, to be completely honest with you. You only have Altera and Okita, Saber Lilies. Then we should probably invest at least somewhat into Caesar. Unless you don't have Grails, in which case, try to focus on your 5 stars, I guess. Tell that to Bat. Bat knows Saber Lily sucks. You do know that, right? He's fully aware that Saber Lily just isn't good. Like he's said multiple times before in the past that he's grailing Saber Lily for the memes. And I respect that. If you want to do something for the memes, go ahead. I'm all for it. Me being a meme master myself. It's just that she's probably not worth the grails, but if you want to do it anyway, go ahead. No one's stopping you. Please no bully Salter, unfortunately it has to be done. Lily only matters in Saber Wars. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Nah, Caesar's staying at a low level. Alright. Whatever you want to do, buddy. French Saber uses Snake Eyes for last ascension. Oh, WTF, god damn it. Oh yeah, she does. For some reason. No idea why, but she does. But I mean, Snake Eyes shouldn't even be a problem anymore if you either farm the shipwreck node in Okeanos or the caster dailies to any degree. Just farm caster dailies. Either the 30 or 40 AP, and you'll get all the Snake Eyes you need. I'm testament to that. Laugh now, but Sumina is on par with Nova and Lancelot on JP meme list. I mean, obviously, later on we get enemies that are like Dragon trait and Lancer, or Berserker. So, yeah, later on, but not now. And even then, I don't expect him to be that great. But we'll see. After all, once London drops, you're going to be feeding Okta all your stored up Saber XP. Saber XP? Didn't you grind Christmas? Don't you have a whole bunch of all-class gold cards saved up or what? Or maybe not, huh? Hey, what's up, Super Subs? How's it going? Do you know if there will be another guaranteed 5-star banner for blah 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 blah? I expect there should be. I can't really see them just like giving us a Thanksgiving guaranteed gotcha and be like, hey, that was your New Year's one, sorry. Hold that shit. I don't think they'll do that. Reason being is that New Year's is kind of an important holiday for everyone, not just JP. I expect that they let us have a Thanksgiving gotcha because Thanksgiving is supposed to be a pretty big holiday here in America, so maybe that was why they let that one slip, or they let that one happen. But as opposed, or you know, on the topic of us whether or not we're gonna get a New Year's, I think we will. Screw Eternal Gears, London, you're taking too long. Hey, come back to me when you know you're gonna have to farm 132 forbidden pages in about 2 days. That'll be something, won't it? You have level 90 Skullhawk and Gil. Who should you grail? Grail who you want. Grail who you want. Who do you like more? Waifu or husbando? Or arrogant fuckboy? The Thanksgiving one will be the only one. I don't think so. I think they'll give us something for New Year's. Because, think about it. During New Year's campaign, well actually, it was a New Year's campaign that introduced Karna and Arjuna for the first time in JP. Even though they weren't on the guaranteed banner, that was still part of JP content. And Aniplex has said that they want to give us the exact same content that JP has had in terms of the schedule. So, if they were to give us the Arjuna and Karna New Year's gotcha without the guaranteed, that would in my opinion, that would be reneging on their promise that they would try to keep content the same for NA as they did for JP. That's what that means to me. How many boxes did I end up clearing? 131.5. Grind like a whale, yeah, pretty much. You're in the right place. Gonna go get some food. Have a nice stream. All right, thanks for hanging out in chat for at least a little while, and be safe out there. I hope you get something good. Pick your goddamn poison. Jesus. Say Your waiver has been third ascension for a month now. Fuck you, Gears. And my waiver's been stuck at level 70 for 5 fucking months. Or 4 months, actually. Imagine what I must feel, right? Actually, it might be for 5 months, yeah. It might actually be 5 months. Do you think, Okta can solo Lancer Alter in London? Lancer Alter, I believe, has about 260,000 HP. You could. You could, actually, I think. No, you can't. You can't solo with her. Because, well, here's the thing. I don't know if you can solo her with Okta, because the problem was that Lancer Alter is the only one who shows up in that battle when you fight her, so you still have to bring a full party with you anyway. So that means that you're gonna have to rely on your other teammates to die before Okta does anything, which is, I mean, you could try getting that to happen, but you can't. What you can do is you can have Okta do so much damage that she basically solos Lancer Alter by herself. What you do is you need to have Okta at least MP2, have her quick up skill at least at level 8 or 9, have a support Skullhawk who has a level 10 Primeval rune, stack all the buffs on Okta, and nuke Lancer Alter, and you're done. Because my Okta can do about, I want to say, 220,000 damage, 220k, if assuming high damage variance, with all buffs. So, and that's not even including like a waiver. Like you throw in a waiver and add his attack buff, then that can I would assume that the attack goes even higher. So yeah, you could one-shot Lancer Alter with Okta, assuming Okta is prepped well enough. But soloing her, like assume you don't turn 1 MP nuke the crap out of her, that'd be a little bit tough. That'd be a little bit tough. I mean, who knows? She might survive. Lancer Alter has 250,000 HP, so less than what I said. Yeah, she could potentially solo her. My Okta with proper buffs can, but obviously not everyone has as strong of an Okta that I do. Defenseless person, you must be one of those people who complain about me using Limit Broken K-Scope on that one video, huh? I mean, complain if you want, right? I ain't seeing anyone else put out videos of them showing themselves, you know, playing the 50 AP Christmas node with nothing but 3-star servants. Between Lancer Alter and Mordred, who's better? Use them for different purposes. You're comparing a Lancer to a Saber. That's already faulty. That's already faulty comparisons in and of itself, isn't it? Okay, so you've been playing this game since it came out for over a month back when he's been level 1 because you thought you got a different servant. Oh. What was my favorite Ezio Dojin I've fapped to? I'm actually seriously considering this. Like, this is a serious question to me, by the way. Like, you may think I'm kidding, but I'm actually not. There's a few good ones, actually. The ones by Mashiro? The ones by Mashiro are actually very good. I like Mashiro's art a lot. The Tamamo ones are naturally some of my favorite because Tamamo, you know. So yeah, those are very, very good. I would recommend those. 10 out of 10. Please don't answer this. I've been to the late night panels at Anime Expo. I've been there, dude. We talk about shit like this all fucking day. Or all night, rather. Wouldn't Emiya be a better choice than Nobu? Or am I leveling Bond? Not only am I leveling Bond, but Emiya's NP takes too long. Third silver box from the middle Amazon. Fuck's sake. Emiya's NP just takes way too long. Nobu's and everyone else's is a lot faster. Don't mean usage, you mean who's better looking? Why are you asking someone else who's not yourself who's better looking? Isn't that supposed to be subjective? That's your choice, isn't it? You remember coming back home from Anime Expo at 4 in the morning? Yeah, imagine getting back to your hotel, or some years ago we stayed at our friend's place, getting back to his house at 1 or 2 in the morning, and then getting up 3 hours later to go back. The axe grind every year is real. Is Santa Alter a good unit? Yes. You feel like Alexander is a trap like Astolfo? I mean, he kinda does have the a charm skill for a reason. Hey, what's up, DJ Max? How's it going? You need case goes badly. You should have probably rolled the gacha towards the beginning of the game when there weren't as many 5-star craft essences in there, in the pool of available 5 stars that you could have pulled. That's how I got all my case scopes. I got them all in the beginning of the game. Most of them, anyway. I've been getting a lot less case scopes nowadays, like within the past 2 months, than I did in like the first 2 or 3. Game is refusing to give me Phoenix Feathers right now. Jesus Christ. I guess I'll just have to bully Salter some more. No poison effect. No. Guess it's time to instant enhancement this bitch. Skills are the same, but in the name of the servant and MP, how do you realize? I'm assuming you're talking to someone else. Best Zerker is probably Kintoki. But Lancelot is also very good. Oh yeah, yeah. Kintoki is probably best Zerker right now because of the fact that he can increase his own damage at will. It's basically mana burst to all his damage, so you can't really argue against that. Plus he's a 5-star, so he's got the stats to back it up. But you know, Lancelot with AoE MP memes. So that's always great. It's a shame. It's a shame you didn't realize the game was out in NA until Neurofest. Nah, I see. Yeah, my friends introduced me to the game and told me about how the game was coming out in NA, so I had them to rely on. Game refuses to give you materials, usually the last one you need as well. I mean, I don't have so much of a problem of me trying to get that last essential material that I need. It's just a more of a problem of me like going on super long unlucky streaks of where I get like 7 or 8 demons in a row and they all drop me cookies. and make me salty as fuck. That happened last time, or last Caster Daily, like 2 days ago. That was amazing. Did I see Aresh's skills? But look, yeah, I keep up with JP News. Yeah, I tell people all the time that I'm only focused on NA, but I also tell people if they ask, like, I also keep up with JP News, and yes, I have seen her skills. That her Buster Up skill is, let me tell you, people like Kintoki are missing out. It's Buster Up and something else on top of it. But I guess Kintoki's Mana Burst skill is not really Mana Burst, or it only applies to his Buster. It's all his damage, so it's not just that. But even still. DW throwing in plenty of gimmicks now. Protection of the underworld status. What the fuck is that shit? Can you explain how Waver is a servant? Actually, you'd have to do his interludes to figure out exactly why. But from what as far as I'm concerned, he's kind of like a demi-servant-ish thing, like kind of like how Matthew is, or Mash is. Long story short, DW wanted to put Waver into the game, or you know, Lord Velvet or Velvet II or whoever the fuck. They wanted an excuse to put him into the game, so they just made up a bullshit excuse to, you know, put him in the game so that people would play, the game just for him. Whoop-de-doo. 50% Buster and 50% MP charge at level 10. But that's kind of like, that kind of reminds me of Jack's evasion skill, you know? Because Jack's evasion skill gives her evade and up to a 50% quick card performance increase within the same skill. And that can be a problem because in most situations, you're either only gonna want to use either the evade skill or the quick up skill, but not both. That kind of, Aresh's second skill kind of reminds me of that, where people who use her are going to get into a lot of situations where they only want to use either the Buster or the MP up, but they don't want to use both at the same time. So, in most situations, you're either going to be wasting one effect of that skill or the other. I mean, obviously, when you can put both of those effects to good use, then that's great, but I don't know. I just feel like that could be a problem. But, you know, we'll see how she turns out. Pseudo-servant, demi-servant is something exclusive to Matthew so far. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, pseudo-servant sounds familiar to me, so that's probably the term that they actually use, and not just demi-servant. Thanks, Nobu. You're not Nero, Nobu. Get the fuck out of here. Aresh doesn't really have the stats to utilize that skill. Yeah, she only has like 10k attack or some shit. Which sucks, but hey, she's as tanky as motherfucking Jeanne now. Jeanne d'Arc. Maybe they made her attack low to compensate for her second skill? For a strong second skill? I'm not sure if that's the case. I'm pretty sure there are cases where they've given high attack stats to other servants who have skills like Mana Burst or some shit. But, I don't know. Maybe. You grailed Arash at 70. Nukes are great. Yes, they are indeed. Why is Nero so hard to roll for? She feels like she has a 5-star drop rate because she's a story-locked servant. Go watch my video on me trying to roll story gacha for Media Lily. And you'll see why trying to roll for Nero is fucking horseshit. That being said, when I rolled for Nero about like 3 months ago or so, during the first Septim banner, raid up banner. I sniped her with a 90 quartz, so it was pretty easy for me. Main reason for Jan's tankiness is her ruler class. Yeah, but I mean, if you want to be that technical, fine, I guess. Very well, fair enough. But I don't think anyone else in the game has the raw HP stats at level 90 to compete with Jan's raw HP, right? So, I mean, technically, with the ruler class against the 7 standard classes, she essentially has like 32k HP. But since she only has 16k officially, just looking at raw hard numbers, Ereshkigal has almost the same amount of health as Jan does. That in itself is impressive. But obviously she has very low attack to compensate. Who is effective against foreigners? Alter egos and other foreigners. Which means DW is going to put in another foreigner soon. Bets on who the next foreigner will be. As I eat a Christmas cookie that my neighbor gave to me because they're nice people. Whoa, these cookies are soft. Your friend pulled Nero his first summon on Septim Raid up on Friday. He's been waiting for a wonder for so long. Congratulations. Nero's a good servant. Do I even use command spells? Yeah, I do actually. I actually do use command spells. Mostly, I've been using them to cover up like some silly mistakes, like careless mistakes that I make while farming. I used a few during Christmas like that. Other times I use them to try to set up, to see what happens in like a battle where I can't use K-Scope, so I have to use a command spell to automatically charge one servant with 100% MP, just to see what happens with a particular setup. The only time that I've actually legitimately had to use them to survive a fight was when I was completing, when I was doing French Sabers Interlude, where you have to fight the Ghost of Robespierre with like 900,000 HP. I managed to whittle him down to like 200k before my my party got wiped, completely wiped, and I just finished him off with a command spell, Revive. The only time that I ever had to do that though. So. You don't know if you'll pull for a Lance or Alter when Tesla's with her? Get both. It's not like they're the same servant, or it's not like they have the same class. You burned 120 quartz trying to get Nero. She wouldn't come. It's all sucky. Hey, I think I dropped about 300 bucks worth during Nero Fest trying to get Nero, but I got spooked by Altera twice instead. So, rip me, I guess. Eresh has the highest MP gen in the game, even higher than King Hassan's. Well, the thing though is to consider is that both King Hassan and Ereshkigal only have one arts card each. So, yes, their MP gen is very high, but it's high for a reason because they only have one arts card. It's to compensate. If they had more than one arts card, I guarantee you that DW would have given them worse MP gens or something like that. Is Altera a good, strong servant? Yes. She's very strong. Her biggest strength is that she's very general purpose. You can take her along into boss battles and just like use her for farming or do whatever you want, as long as you're not, you know, throwing her into battles where she has severe class disadvantage. But she's very good. She'll take care of you. The Amazons drop the feathers, right? The silver tier or the gold tier Amazons. So like the Amazon's queens or the Amazon leaders. But the queens, the ones with the gold tier, they have a much higher chance of dropping you phoenix feathers. Not this one though. When you're doing the 30 AP Saber daily, look for a gold Amazon in the middle of the second one. That's the one who's going to drop you the most feathers, because that Amazon can either only drop you a gold box or a silver box. This one that shows up with Salter has a chance to drop you nothing at all, a bronze box, a silver box, or a gold box. And usually when she drops you a gold box, it's usually a Saber cookie. So you kind of have to just rely on the second Amazon, the Amazon that shows up in the middle of the wave for the second wave. But the good thing about her is that she shows up rather frequently. So your only problem with Altera is that she's a bitch level up. I mean, yeah, but gotta stick with it, right? When you're low on QP because you spend all of it on Gil. How the hell are you low on QP? Like how is that a thing? Didn't you farm Christmas? Or did you not farm it enough? What you bullying Salter for? Phoenix feathers. Well, I'm not bullying her in particular, I'm just trying to bully these Amazon queens. Get them to drop me their feathers. You're beginning to spend real money for quartz. Are you disabled? Then what do you call me? You forgot to grind QP daily since you focused on XP when it was half AP. You do realize that if you farmed the Christmas boxes during the Christmas event, you got around 2.8 million QP each per box. I mean, I know that's a long process, but you should have farmed it at least several times over, like 20 times or something like that. Should you start trying to get the Mona Lisa SCE? So far you have 27 mana prisms. What the fuck have you been doing? Are you even grinding them? You do realize that the Mona Lisa Craft Essence, to limit break it, you need 5,000 mana prisms, and it goes off sale. Like, they take it out of the shop in about 2 or 3 months. You better get started, buddy. You don't have exactly a lot of time, especially considering you basically have no mana prisms. Claws are by far the worst thing you've ever had to farm, doesn't even seem worth it. Oh, you should try farming for hearts. Or scales. Try that shit. Try that out for size. Then you'll know what true grinding hell is. If you cannot and will not be able to get 5k mana prisms before the end date, it's not worth. I disagree. QP is one of the biggest limiting factors in the game. My friend who plays JP is like, he's semi-cheat to play, but he can whale if he wants to, but one of his biggest regrets is that because he joined later on the game's life cycle, he missed out on the first time that they released Mona Lisa into the game. So he couldn't get it, or he doesn't have it because of that. And right now, QP is his biggest limiting factor. Like, he has all these 5-star servants that he's got, but like from rolling gotcha and shit. But he has no QP to, you know, even leveled, like, forget Ascensions, he can't level anyone. That's how poor, that's how fucking piss poor he is. He can do 1 QP daily, and it literally triples the amount of money that he has on his account, like QP on his account. So QP is very important. You get the, because the thinking is that you get limit broken Mona Lisa, then you use a supports limit broken Mona Lisa, and then you get 20% bonus QP per run every time you do a QP. And if you're farming QP, that shit adds up real quick. So that's the logic behind it, or something like that. Saber Wars, there are no bad gold sabers. Poor Lily. Are you allowed to post image links? I don't know. Does chat allow it? Just don't post any funny links, or else I will ban you. I have the power. But to get 5k man from Prisms is, yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. Even when I do say that, it is tough. Especially for a free-to-play. It is very tough. Like, only do it, like someone else said in chat, only do it if you have the capability to and you know that you can do it. But if you don't know if you can do it, I don't know, maybe it's not actually worth it. Caesar and French Saber have different roles. I don't think you can compare them. They have different roles. Saber is a more offensive support, but French Saber is a tank, basically a taunt tank. And by the way, person whose name is literally just like two blocky parentheses. Selling welfare 4 stars does not give you a rare prism. DW has made sure that does not happen. You cannot get a rare prism from burning welfare servants, and Saber Lily is one of them. So no, you can't get a free rare prism. They might give you like regular mana prisms, but not a rare prism, no. A lot of people don't like Daeon now, which is fine, because right now we don't have anything that encourages a stall meta. But when we get to the point in the game where stall tactics and stall teams are viable, and in some cases the only way to beat some missions or some quests, then Daeon will be very good, like incredibly good. But not now. Later on she will, yes. Excuse me. Is Saber Lily that bad that people would sell her easily, would easily sell her for rare prisms? Well, she gave rare prisms, yeah, I would assume so. Saber Lily is intended to be extremely bad. She is not meant to be good. She's supposed to be Saber before all her training, obviously, because she's basically young Saber, who's just started out on who just started out on her training to become king. But yeah, unfortunately, she's not very good. If second banner for London comes, which servant will you go for? Both of them. Just my nature, I'm gonna get Lancer Alter while rolling for Tesla, so. That's how it usually works. If you take a look at my Jack rolls, you'll understand why. Mordred didn't get sword training at all, and she's a 5-star. Yeah, but she knows how to fight. I'm pretty sure she did get some sort of like official knight training. Pretty sure. It's just that she's fine with just fighting freestyle. Like she can chuck her sword at people, and she's completely fine with that. Kick people, kick people in the mouth. You only have Saber Lily for Saber Wars. How screwed are you? You're actually kind of screwed because Saber Wars is all about sabers, obviously. So all the bonus servants are all going to be sabers. So if you don't have any of them, then you're kind of fucked, actually. Unless you don't care for farming efficiency, then well, you don't. By that point, who the hell cares? Pretty sure she's the weakest at the round table. Okay. Weakest at the round table can still probably kick my ass. By that point, am I gonna worry about if she's the weakest at the round table or not? Probably not, but point taken anyway. How hard am I gonna wail for Mordred? 300 bucks. I've learned my lesson from Jack. If it's not a limited servant, I think 300 bucks is gonna be my limit. And if I don't get them within 300 bucks, I'll wait for them to spook me in the future. Let's see. Let's pull up another list. Just been kind of cycling through these ones. Let's see. Hopefully that one's good. And hopefully this Amazon can actually drop me a fucking Phoenix Feather. What is Saber Wars exactly? Look it up, dude. Go Google Saber Wars FGO. You'll understand what it is. It's an event very similar to Gouda, except with a few additions to it. It's a ladder style. It's a ladder-based point system, just like Gouda. You get more points the higher you climb up the point ladder, the more good shit you get, including hearts this time around. Thank God. Is there a reason why certain friends, servants on your friends list disappear unless you refresh the list like 10 times? There's a few factors to it. The game will show you more often than not the servants of people who have been logging in more recently, up to like a 6 or 8 hour time frame. If there are people on your friends list who are not active for like a day or more, I don't think the game will even show them on your friends list on your support when you try to look for their servants. Like the game just straight up won't show them to you. I know that was the case for one of the people on my friends list who was also a whale, but I found out later on that there's a big chance that he probably quit the game, and by that point he was like 27 days inactive. So I think at around like the 1 or 2 day mark, my game wasn't even showing him as a support as like a support friend anymore. Like, he was still on my friends list, but the support list that you see right here that I can choose from, he wasn't there. He wasn't showing up anymore. So it's definitely got something to do with like how recently you've logged in. But other than that, I don't know. It's pretty much RNG. The game, I have a feeling that the game also kind of enforces like you to try to rotate your servants around. Like the game tries to encourage you to use different, friends, so that you can try to spread the friend points around a little bit. But obviously, that's not how this game works. So as long as your friends have been logging in regularly, as long as you refresh enough times, they should show up. Too many friends? No, it's not because of too many friends. I mean, I'm aware of the fact that the support list only shows you like 10 or so people on your friends list, on your support, like 10 of them on your friends, and then like another however many from like just random people, right? But it doesn't have anything to do with like how many friends you got on your friends list. I mean, if you want to think of it mathematically, then yeah, kind of, because the more people you have on your friends list, obviously the harder it is for you to try to shuffle through your support until you find that one friend whose servants that you really want to use, right? But that's just simple mathematics. Nothing beyond that. There is most likely a definite algorithm for how the game handles like what kind of people you see on your friends list, but I wouldn't be aware of it myself. Other than like, oh, just your friends being active is probably an important factor. Mordred was strong, but unfortunately not like ninth of the round strong. Yeah, because she's a homunculus. Nice, a feather. She was a homunculus, so yeah, that's just to be expected. A homunculus who grew up way faster than obviously normal humans did. So yeah, just from that, you can probably assume that compared to everyone else at the table, she just didn't have the experience, right? Or something along those lines. You wish Santa was a saber. Unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, the game will hide a friend if you use the same servant from the same friend multiple times. You can get it rounded by refreshing. Yeah, but everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. Or maybe the guy who asked me this question that made me talk about this didn't. So yeah. I think after London you'll save quartz for Jalter. Yeah, you and about like about 100,000 other people, probably. How odd, because your friend can almost never find you unless he refreshes multiple times. You're pretty much logging every hour to 3 hours. Again, this weird friend list algorithm. At least he is finding you. Like within a couple refreshes, that's not like strange at all. But yeah, I can see how that gets annoying real quick. I've done it before. It gets annoying. Eventually, I find who I want. So you have two 2030s. If you're using Altera and Waver, who would a good support be? Throw in anyone you like, I guess. Not sure. Well, my gut instinct wants me to tell you like to bring along maybe a Lancer, so that way Lancers can take care of potential archers that might threaten Altera. Maybe. And Lancers don't have too high of a of star absorption skills, I don't think. So Altera will get more stars on average, if I'm not mistaken. When does she even come out? Jalter, that is like no one even knows. No, we have an idea. It's probably like April or so. April, sometime before April. Around April next year. Now we have an idea. We know the JP schedule. We can predict. We can predict. March, you think? Given how NAFGO started basically a month or two earlier than JP did on the calendar. Yeah, I can see that. March, if not April. Do I have a lot of friends with Limit Broken Mona Lisa? I have a few. I have enough to the point where I don't have to worry about refreshing my friends list over and over just to find them. So if I want to go QP farming at any point, all I need to do is slap on my own Mona Lisa, bring along a support Mona Lisa, and I'm good to go. DW might screw some people over by releasing her at New Year's, justified by the whole weekly Santa altar thing. I don't know what you're referring to. You're waiting for Rance X. The wrong stream to wait for Rance X, buddy. You're drowning in sabers. You have every saber except for the one you want, and you just want to praise your Emperor. Just to let you know, if you're looking for Nero, Nero is what we call a story-locked servant. You know, if you're saying that you know Mordred is gonna spook you, you're probably not aware of the fact that outside of her raid-up banners, Nero cannot be summoned in general story gachas. So you cannot summon Nero during the London banner, for example. I don't know if you know that or not, but just judging by what I'm seeing you write in my chat, I get the feeling that you don't know that. If you do, then okay, then well, you're aware of it at least. But something tells me that you're not aware. I don't want you to roll gachas thinking that you want Nero to spook you when she really can't, because it's physically not possible for her to. By the way, Mona Lisa, the QP bonus drop only triggers when the enemy actually drops the QP as a chest, not like the QP you get for beating a mission. I'm pretty sure it's just straight up QP beating it for a mission. But if you're using Mona Lisa for anything outside of the QP dailies, I don't know what you're doing. Like, who told you, or what did you have to do in order to think that was a good idea, using Mona Lisa outside of QP dailies? You thought this was an adult game stream? Well, this is Fate Grand Order. It's not exactly an adult game, but it's pretty damn close. So I don't blame you for thinking that. It's pretty damn close. Given some of the art in this game. The guild infestation continues. Free prism, I guess. Yeah, free prisms. Woohoo! Didn't know that was a thing. What, the Nero story lock thing? Well, it is. You have to know what you're rolling for in these kind of gacha things. You have to be informed. You have to do the research. Not everything is what it seems. Bollywood boys. Waiting on them Bollywood boys. Jai ho, motherfuckers. The original Fate Stay have adult material, yeah, but we're not playing the original Fate Stay net visual novel now, are we? This is an adult stream. Look at all these porn bots. Oh dear. Don't mention those guys. They'll show up real soon. This is an adult game. Do you realize how many people get fucked by this game? Well, I mean, technically speaking, just because the game fucks a lot of people doesn't mean that makes it itself a porn game or an adult game. It itself does not have any explicit content, so it cannot be a porn game. See the logic? If you look at the, by the gacha specifically, I mean, you can if you want. Every time, okay, I'll show you after, I'll try to remember to show you after this run, but I can show you, that in every gacha that exists in this game, you can physically take a look at its contents and see what you can get out of each and every single gacha. Well, except for the friend point one, I guess, but both the story one and the rate up banners, I guess. You can look up what's on there. There is a way to, in-game. Is there any way to get quartz after you finish story mode if you don't spend that much money? You finish the story modes, you do all the free quests once, I believe. Servant interludes are a source of Saint Quartz. And the login dailies, like login streak dailies where you log in for like 50 days, or accumulate a 50-day login streak or something like that, or something, yeah, something like that. You get 20 quartz per, I think we hit the 150-day login streak or something like that, and we got 20 quartz for that. So that's a pretty good chunk. Also, if you do the, if you grind servant bonds, 3 stars give you 1 Saint Quartz each for levels 6 through 9. 4 stars give you 2. 5 stars give you 3. So yeah, there you have it. But other than that, no. There's no other way to get quartz other than the ways that I mentioned, unless I'm forgetting a few, which I might actually be forgetting. So servant bond, free quests, story main quest, a daily login like rewards, and a login streak rewards. I think that's it. Again, could be wrong. Maybe there's more. How long do the bond levels take? Most of your servants are bond 5 so far. They take a long time. Let's just put it that way. They take a really long time. You were told that you were told that limited servants were in the story gacha too while their special banner was up and not on rate up. No, not in story gacha, dude. No, not in story gacha. Who the hell told you that? They are only available in their respective rate up gachas for limited servants. What the fuck? Whoever told you that, you should probably get rid of him from your friends list, because that's just straight up misinformation. All right, so let's go to the gacha. So, for example, today is the Okeanis pickup daily, or a pickup summon banner thing. So, if we want to know who is in this gacha, all you need to do is go to the lower left-hand corner of your screen where you see those 2 blue buttons that say Help and Summon Info. You push or you tap Summon Info and it brings up this browser on your screen. Kind of like how if you were to look at the news browser, right? So you scroll down and then you see, like, here's where they tell you, oh, you have a 1% chance to get a 5-star servant, a 4% chance to get a 5-star craft essence, 3% chance to get a 4-star servant, and blah 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 blah. You can see that for yourself. Now below this, where it says pickup servants, this is where it tells you what servants are on rate up, where it says drop rate up in big old red letters. It's Ryan, Francis, or Drake, Ann and Mary, Media Lily, who, by the way, is a story locked servant, so outside of the story gacha, Media Lily cannot be summoned in other rate up banners where she's not actually listed as rate up, so keep that in mind. Uriel, David, and Hector. Other than those people who are on rate up, these are also other servants that you also get from the same gacha. Artoria, Altera, Waver, Vlad, John, Sumanai, French Saber, Emiya, Atlantia, la 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 la, and it just tells you basically everything you can get. And here's also all the craft, the formal, what is it, the craft lists that you could also get. And here is where they also tell you where you cannot get these servants from these raid-up banners. This one is, since it's the Okeanis banner, these servants are limited and thus you cannot get them from this banner. Okita Soji, Gilgamesh, Skahawk, Tamamo no Mae, Jack the Ripper, Sakata Kintoki, and Nursery Rhyme, because they are all, well, some of them are not limited, at least until London comes, but for right now, because London is not released yet, Tamamo, Jack, and Nursery Rhyme are all limited for now, for like another 2 or 3 days. So that's why they are listed under unavailable servants. So you look at this tab list to see who you can and cannot summon, and you use that, you judge who you're trying to go for from there. Also, it should say that you can't summon Nero, but I guess they didn't write that. Let me check, actually. You shouldn't be able to summon Nero from this. Let's see, let's check 4-star Sabers. Servants, 4-star Saber. Let's see. Yeah, Nero is not listed here. So, unfortunately, they don't also list Nero and other story-locked servants underneath the unavailable servants, but that's because you can summon them, you can technically summon them from the story gacha, which is right here, and if you go into summon info here, and you scroll down, you'll notice that, hey, guess what? There's Nero right there. Oh, and also Saber Alter. So you have to pay attention to what you're trying to roll for in these kinds of things. You have to be informed. Roll for a second copy of MP5 Media Lily. No, because you just want to see me suffer, and you're kind of an asshole. So, no. You still say Thanksgiving should have a limited servant banner? Well, you do realize that Thanksgiving is over now, right? So, that's kind of already old news. The most rare servants are event servant gachas that are special collabs, that are collaboration specials. Yep. Saber Lily, or Saber Wars has MHX. The Ilia event has obviously Ilia. K&K has Void Shiki, and so on and so forth. So yes, technically those are the most rare servants to get, because if you miss those events, you are basically fucked. When people with level 1 math you want to add, want to friend you, well, you have to realize that they could be people who are making new accounts or making alt accounts, and they just like add anyone or whoever. They don't really care. I don't know. Maybe they do. You summon Drake during Nero's raid up? That's because Drake is a general story gacha servant. She is not limited in any way. So you can actually roll her at any point in time if you're rolling for anything. So that's why. And hence, raid up is a lie. Normal Shiki is welfare, she's practically free. Now Void Shiki is the super rare one. That's what I just said. You should probably listen a little bit more carefully next time. And I know you heard me before you typed that comment, even with the stream delay. Waiting for animation updates to break your phone. Yeah, you're probably like the 23rd person that I've seen say that in my chat. But yes, at least you realize that it could break your phone. I don't think it'll be that bad. Maybe the maybe updated NP animation, the NP animations, yeah, but the normal ones for like the normal attacks, it should be fine. Should be fine. You just did 3 single pulls and got 3 formal crafts. Yeah, formal craft seems to like me a lot too. By the way, why are you even pulling now? Is there anything from the Okeanos banner that you actually want? Drake would probably be one of the only ones to break your phone. I mean, of the service we have now, maybe. Yeah, but even then, water particles are a lot easier to process on phones than, say, like flames are. Flame effects are super harsh on your phone. If you don't have a good one, that is. Like, a lot of people, well, quite a few people with, like, not so great phones complained about, like, not being able to farm Gura Gura like, efficiently as they wanted to, because, you know, basically every stage has flame effects, and that really fucks with your phone if it's not good. So rip those guys. Have you seen media animation for extra attack? Yes, I have. And then Shimosa bricked all the Gaijins playing JP because flames everywhere. I'm sure not everyone. I'm sure people had good phones, but yeah. For the ones who didn't have great phones, then yeah, they were fucked. How do you like these flames, bitches? Jalter appeared April 11th, 2016, so we may get it late in March 2018. I thought we already got over this whole Jalter topic, but okay, thanks for your information. Let me go close the window. It's getting chilly in here. Just doing a few story pulls for giggles and a slight chance to get Nero. Don't do story pulls. Skeleton K, I want you to go through my YouTube channel right now and look up a video called Wailing for Media Lily. In that video, I roll about 600 quartz or so trying to get a story-logged servant named Media Lily. I didn't get her. Spoiler alert. So, you trying to get Nero from Story Gacha, you're probably not going to get her. If you do, congratulations, because you probably pulled off the impossible. But if you wanted to roll for Nero, you probably should have done that when she actually had her raid up yesterday. Honaka had so much lag in this video. Oh, during the Shimosa ones. Reddit complained. Oh, well. Reddit basically bitches about anything that they feel like bitching about, so. Reddit just being Reddit. let them do their thing, right? But yeah, for the flames, I would imagine would have been really tough on some people. Do I know Death Sniper 98? Is there someone actually with the name Death Sniper 98? That seems like a fucking poser name to me, but no, I don't. Play Combat Arms. No. That game is dead. Media Lily any good? She's the best dedicated healer in the game, but she's definitely not blowing 600 quartz on. I did it because she's kind of she's pretty waifu material for me. I have a soft side for people who have like medic style gameplay mechanics. But no, if you don't care about healers, then don't blow that much for Media Lily, because she's literally you can't use her for anything else, more or less. Jason doesn't deserve Media Lily. Yeah, no shit. How long did it take you to come to that conclusion? Is there any low star dedicated healer? No dedicated healers, but besides like, you know, Irisveal or Media Lily, to be honest. Like everyone else is like a support healer or like something like that. There's literally only two dedicated healers in the game, those being Iri and Media Lily. That's really about it. Like I know Hans, his MP has a like a HP regen per turn mechanic when you use it. So I guess him, kind of. Death Sniper 98, famous whale from GameFAQs. Actually, someone, funny thing, someone actually mentioned that to me like some time ago, and back then I kind of laughed at that too. But no, we're actually not related. We're actually not related. Pure coincidence that he has a very similar name to mine. I actually didn't know who Death Sniper 98 was until someone mentioned to me the first time around. But no, we're not related. I actually do not know who that person is. If he is a fellow whale, then toot toot, I guess. And yes, Irisveal is a welfare servant, and in many respects, Irisveal is actually better than Media Lily because Irisveal gives everyone guts with her NP, so you can survive. Irisveal can let a party survive an NP if it's gonna kill them. Which is great, obviously. You were away from your tablet all day yesterday and missed the Nero raid up? Ouch. Ouch. That's all I can say. Ouch. God knows when. Actually, since Saber Wars is gonna come up pretty soon, you actually don't have to wait too long for Nero to come back on raid up, because Nero, along with Salter, comes back on raid up with Saber Wars, and Saber Wars is probably going to be next month. So you do not have long to wait at all. Just wait like a month and she'll be back on raid up. You can roll for her again. God damn, what's with all these Amazon just dropping nothing but fucking silver boxes all day? Stop bullying Jason. Go reach Strange Fate. He's a good boy. I'll bully the fuck out of him however much I want. And I'm gonna fucking like it. You've got Santa Altar, worth trying for Ann and Mary? Yes, because Santa Altar is an AoE MP. She wave clears, but Ann and Mary are single target MPs, so that means they're very good against caster bosses, or even berserker bosses if you want to use them against that. That, and you also realize that Ann and Mary's NP has the gimmick of doing more damage the less their HP is, so they're actually very good for boss battles where you have to fight caster bosses or even berserker bosses. That, and they can help you out a lot in just straight up the caster dailies too, where Waver and the 40 AP has like 166,000 HP or something like that. Ann and Mary can melt that shit real fast with their NP. So yeah, Ann and Mary are a solid choice to go for, even if you do have Santa Altar, simply because of the fact that their MPs are different. Nero is good, not Nero is literally the worst thing. You can get the fuck out. Nero is good, but not like OP good or anything. Now Nero Bride is OP good. Yeah, Nero Bride is definitely better. There's a reason why she's a 5-star compared to Vanilla Saber's 4-star. There's a reason. Tunnel Snakes, it's on your end. My stream has been perfect the entire time. OBS says that I haven't dropped any frames. My internet connection is good because I've got a stream. I'm watching a stream on the side, on my side monitor, on the same Wi-Fi connection, so it can't be me. It's on your end. Though some other people have had difficulty with this stream loading, so you're not the only one. I can't do anything about that, dude. Try to refresh until you see the stream. Best quick character. I mean, we have 3 candidates so far. Okuta, Jack, and Skyhawk. Go for who you want, I guess. Started playing this game right after Nearfest ended. Random guy on 4chan gave you a starter account with Altera and Camilla because Altera is the rifle. First 10 row, you got another Altera. The true calling. The true calling. Nasu really seems to love making gender-bent characters to the point where it's actually annoying. Japan has a fetish with gender-bending male characters to begin with. It's not just him. You can't pin the blame solely on him. Japan just gets a fucking kick out of gender-bending male people. You notice how male to or female to male gender swaps are nowhere near as common in like published works. You notice how most female characters stay female. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence at all. Anime industry is driven by dicks. Everyone thinks with their dicks, not their actual brains. But that's just how it is. That's just how it is. When you have all the quick cart servers knowing full well that the Merlin hammer is coming next December. Brace yourselves! Merlin is coming! Skyhawk only has 1 wick. You do realize that Skyhawk can quick brave chain, right? Well, I can understand Kantai. I can understand that. It's not just Japan that refers to ships as females, you know? It's very much so a Western thing to refer to ships as females. So the fact that Azure Lane and Kantai Collection are actually a thing, that doesn't surprise me. That is if I had to go with a more acceptable like, you know, anthropomorphication or whatever the fuck the term for that is, where we turn like objects into people. I mean, ship girls, I can understand, because we've been referring to ships historically as females for God knows how long, ever since human beings were able to fucking go out there and sail in the oceans, you know. So that I can understand. But other things are a little bit more are a bit stranger. Well, Skeleton, if it makes you feel any better, at least Tomomo will be on the general gacha once London comes out. So, if you do plan to spend any more money on this game, like consistently, you can reasonably expect to have Tomomo spook you at some point. It's just a matter of when. It'll be difficult, and you're probably not gonna get her very long, or for a long time. But she might. She might. Hey, look, another Amazon Queen, another silver box. Wonderful. How goes the feather grind? We've only gotten 2 feathers so far. within like 2 hours, and that's not a good sign. But we're trying. We're trying. You're sorry you just tried for Anne and Mary, but you got Media Lily instead. Why are you sorry for that? You do realize that I'm sitting on an MP4 Media Lily right now, right? Yeah. I mean, unless you're sorry that I couldn't get MP5 Media Lily, but that's not really a concern to me anymore. Your friend actually burned her first Berserker Lancelot because she didn't like him. Yeah, this game is kind of the wrong game to just burn servants just because you don't like them. Some of them are actually, you know, because who knows, some of them could actually be very useful. Like, if you don't like a servant, I would highly recommend that you actually do some research to make sure that they're a servant that you're willing to let go of. So. Like, if you're fine with not having one of the best farming berserkers in the game, because, you know, maybe you're just not going to farm that much this game, then yeah, sure, get rid of him. But if you are, Lancelot is pretty helpful for that. But he kind of needs Limit Broken K-Scope, so, I mean, I guess if you don't have Limit Broken K-Scope, then it'd be kind of hard in that way. Burning David was a mistake. Oh yeah. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Yeah, that was a mistake. You shouldn't have done that. Everyone can let go of Senna, yeah. Fucking useless goddess. How is burning him a mistake? I mean, David is considered one of the best 3-stars in the game, so I would say it's a mistake. Unless you already have an MP5, in which case, well, yeah. Burn him. Probably not gonna need another one. Lancelot's rare as fuck nowadays, unless there's a banner featuring him. Really? I get spooked by Lancelot quite regularly, but you know, maybe that could just be me. I don't know. You like Oda's spooky red eyes. I'm not a fan of red eyes, actually. I'm not actually a fan of red eyes. Considering my favorite colors are red and blue, you'd think it would be, but I actually don't like red eyes. I like blue eyes. I like blue eyes. Blue eyes or black eyes, or just like regular eyes, you know? Either that, or no, actually, I do like red eyes, but they have to be a very soft shade of red. They have to be a very soft shade that's not harsh to look at. Either, I think I would lean towards like a darker shade of red, but but the coloring really matters, like how the artist portrays red eyes. Like, it has to be kind of a darker, a little bit more mellow tone, but then it has to be a little bit shiny, as if you could tell that they could glow in the dark. I think that's my favorite shade of red. If we're talking that shade of red, then yes, I do like red eyes. But most of the time, most people don't have that. You keep getting spooked by Liz and Altera. We've all got those servants who always spook us constantly, right? Mine are Lancelot and Hercules, and Altera to a certain extent. Red eyes, white hair is... Oh, so you're into albinos? Which is fine. So burgundy? I guess so. Maybe like shiny burgundy? Something like that. Or magenta. Magenta, I guess. If we're going to go have like a little bit of a lighter tone of red. I guess. The same color of Gil's. Is Gil's eyes exactly like that? Let me check. I can actually check his art. With his Final Ascension art. Where's Gil? Gil's eyes, his eye color is a little bit harsh for my liking. That, and you have to understand that Gil is not a waifu, so I'm not attracted to his eyes in any way whatsoever in the first place, so fuck him. Tama Cat always spooks you, big fan. Big fan. Skyhawk Red or Gil Red? Skyhawk Red. Skyhawk Red. Well, you could probably already guess the answer to that, even without me answering you, right? Finally made it to a live stream. I've been streaming quite consistently lately, so. But either way, welcome to the stream. All these gold tier Amazon queens always showing up, but they never drop me any fucking gold boxes. Why, game? Why do you do this? Never said anything about attraction. You didn't. I know you didn't. I'm just saying, I'm not attracted to Gil's eye color because he's not a waifu. Tomoe Gozen's an albino. I mean, technically speaking, I guess so, yeah. White hair and red eyes. But then again, albinism is a condition, a physical condition, and not like, you know, what we're describing. So they don't have to. Tomoe Gozen and everyone else who has white hair and red eyes don't have to be albino. That's just because the creators wanted them to have white hair and red eyes. I don't know, maybe they do actually have albinism. Who knows? Alteras have no life to her red. That's because that's intentional. If you know her character, that's completely understandable. All these fucking saber red gems. I think I have like 1,000 of them already. Sumonai specializes in bullying Liz. Rip Liz. The best type of eyes are the ones that can kill. I disagree. The best type of eyes are the ones that can kill and deceive you at the same time. The type of eyes that let you know that they can kill you if they ever wanted to, but the type of eyes that can also relax. I don't want to have to deal with someone who looks like they're always constantly thinking about, you know, murdering my soul every day. I'm not really into that. They gotta know when to lay off. Relax, kick back, that kind of stuff. I think you love Eri or Ilya Red. I would have to check, maybe. Bully no good. I mean, we're bullying the fuck out of a Saber Alta right now. Bully bad luck in the gacha future. I mean, it can't really get any worse than Jack, so what am I scared for? Do I like Ibaraki Doji? I mean, I have nothing against her. I have nothing against her, my good sir. True heroes kill with their eyes. well, they wouldn't be heroes in the first place. Eyes that can kill. Mystic eyes. I mean, I'm aware of the mystic eyes, but I actually definitely like Shiki's eyes when she pops mystics. I like neon colors in my eye designs. Those are cool. Those are fun to look at. In your opinion, limited zero over Knight's Honor or Victor move on a semi-crit team. Can't decide between the three. On a semi-crit team, Victor. Altera doesn't necessarily have the HP to withstand having Knight's Honor. If you're going for a crit team, then you should probably use a Kratos that helps you capitalize on crits, right? So Victor would be the sensible choice, in my opinion. Because you said semi-crit team. If you didn't say a semi-crit team, or even a crit team at all, that would just said limited LZO. But you said it. You mentioned a crit team, even if it's a semi-crit team. So yeah, Victor. I would say Victor. Karn can shoot laser beams from his eyes. So who is he? Superman? Laser beams. That's what a true hero kills with the stare is. In my opinion, if you can kill with the stare, you're no longer a hero. But I guess I'll let you think about that for a second. Shikitono and Shikirogi related? No, I don't think so. Oh, we're getting into Fate APOC lore battles now? Oh dear. You have Jack the Ripper and Steno. Which assassin should you replace? What? No, but C. Everyone needs to bitch about C at every opportunity you don't understand. I mean, I hear that C kind of deserves it. But at the same time, I've also heard the argument that because he's a homunculus, it's not necessarily his fault or the fault of the artist for giving him such a bland personality, but the fact that, you know, he's a homunculus and he just kind of aged too fast. But I haven't watched APOC, so I cannot give my official statements or my official comments on anything. I'll just stay out of it. I think that'll be just fine and dandy. Who should you replace Steno with? Someone who does crit damage or has crit skills. That's who. Do it! Do it now! Nero is perfect, all caps. Sasuga Zeno-sama. When you see a Grailed Steno, you feel triggered. Oh, let me show you this person on my friends list who's got a Grailed Steno. I want to see you get triggered. Why would you replace a goddess? Because she's fucking useless. That's why. You got any recommendations for a Steno crit replacement then? Look at your servants. Look who has a strong crit skill set, and look up their numbers on the wiki. I don't think you need me to tell you who. Grail should only go to Mom. Mom! The meatloaf! Anyways, where's my Grailed Steno? Oh, there she is. Ayy. Level 96 Steno. Get triggered. Triggered. Hey, speaking of Xeno. You need a gold assassin. Why not just try to get Jack? Jack is infinitely better than MHX, but you know, MHX is cool too, I guess. How to replace Steno? Use literally any other assassin. I guess. I mean, I would still take Steno over someone like Jinkei, barring their NPs. But if we were taking their NPs into account, then yeah, I'd probably. Yeah. Get rid of Steno. And just use Jinkei. You try for Jack, failed. Well, just let her spook you. She'll come eventually, I guess. That's what I'm planning and hoping for. Does anyone know when Jean Alter is coming back to NA? That's gonna be a meme in this chat by soon. Hey, when does Jalter come to NA? We're gonna see people asking that shit at least twice, 3 times a day. John with Black Grail, best setup. How's my fanfics going? They're going, I mean, they're going great. It's just, you know, I just update them whenever the hell I want. I've been working on them earlier today, actually. But they're doing fine. They're doing fine. They're just fanfics. You know, I'll update them whenever the hell I want. Right now, I'm kind of on that FGO grind. You know what I'm saying? Jalter memes, Bollywood Boys memes. Oh yeah, Bollywood Boys has got to be another one. Buster Brave memes or Buster memes. I think Fate Extra is written better than Fate APOC. I don't think Fate APOC was written by Nasu himself, but then again, I don't know about Fate Extra, so I don't know if that's like a valid comparison. Best Fate is clearly Dean Stay Night. My friend will frickin' burn you at the stake for saying that. He gets triggered whenever people even bring up the 2006 FSN. It's like how Tsukihime Fags always bitch about how there is no Tsukihime anime. He takes it that seriously. And it's fucking hilarious. Actually had cool ideas, but the execution is really bad. Didn't it also come out like 10 years ago? Free to place your own. Best fate is Clyde. If only for the mana transfer scenes. Send the police. Keisatsu desu. Hi, moshi moshi, Keisatsu-san? If Nasu wrote APOC, it would probably be a lot better, yeah. But again, I haven't watched it myself, so I cannot make an official statement. Yes, Coleridge Chestnut feathers have a 17.8% drop rate of feathers, 7.8 drop rate on the 30 AP, compared to the 40 AP, which I think has like, oops, I accidentally wasted that skill. RIP, as opposed to the other one, the 40 AP, which only has like 12 or 13%. The reason for that is because on the 40 AP, the loot table is more clogged with saber cookies. So, 30 AP is the way to go. You notice a lack of music in the background. Oh no, there's music going on in the background. It's just very quiet. It's not. You can't really hear it because of the game volume and me talking. But there is definitely music going on. If I were to shut up, you can hear it. I'm gonna have to pop instant enhancers on Robin for us to finish the job here. Is the Demon Heart situation yet again? You know, if that's the case, that's like that every day. Every day I fucking grind. Every day I'll couple.
当然の結果じゃな。
This is the first time you've been in a live stream this long and it's not bad and it's not boring? Oh, that's surprising. I mean, I'm literally doing nothing here but farming daily, which is incredibly boring, and talking with chat, which, I mean, can get strange sometimes and sometimes boring. But hey, thanks for hanging out, I guess. How many hearts did I get last week? 17. 17 total. Gen Urobuchi, one trick edgy rider. My friend will have a lot to say about you. A lot of unpleasant things. Does it trigger you that I have a Madoka poster signed by Gen Urobuchi? It should. If you want to farm Saberwines with feathers, would it be more effective to farm the 30 or 40? If you want feathers along with it, then just do the 30. The 30 has a good enough drop rate for monuments anyway. you'll get monuments as you farm for feathers, because monuments are way more frequent than feathers. Hence, like that. So am I just gonna rocket through London, or actually sit back and enjoy it? I'll play through it, the entire thing on stream. Either that, or I'll leave the final battles alone so that I can make a video on it with, you know, whatever meme setup I think of. I was actually probably trying to think of soloing Tesla with Ku after I get his skills all the way up to 999. I mean, 6 is fair. It's fine enough, actually. For Ku, it's just you stay at 6 until you get his skills all the way up to 10, because you want the skill cooldowns. Like the secondary effects of his skills are just, like, they're okay, I guess, but I'll rush through like the majority of it, and then maybe leave off the last few. But I'll still blitz through it either way, because I want to get the I want to start farming for rare essential materials and all that good stuff. I probably won't, because London. The problem with London coming out is that London comes out on Tuesday, and Tuesday is when the Berserker dailies go live. And when Berserker's dailies go live, it's Berserker, then Rider, then Caster daily. So 3 days back to back to back. I just can't farm London until Caster daily's done, because I need all those essential materials. I need the talons, I need the scales, I need the hearts. So that's a big fat rip. Big fat rip. I use Nobu instead of Guild because you have to max her bond. Well, that, and I already have Gil at max bond, so yeah, I guess. Is it bad that you're the kind of guy who just wants to wait for events to level stuff? Well, you and basically the majority of the player base right now. Only whales fucking farm like this, dude. So no, you're not weird at all. If anyone, I'm the one who's weird, along with all the other fucking big fat blue whales who don't give a shit and just sink 50 quarts a day into doing nothing but grinding for essential materials. So that, and you're probably not trying to go for a completionist, you know, max bond everything, max ascend everything, MP5, well, not MP5 everything, just like the 3-star or less with the servants. But yeah, you're probably not going for that. Max skill everyone. If you're not doing that, I don't think you should worry at all. Heart, talons, and scales are more important than London? In a sense, because those are weeklies and they only come around once a week. London, once you finish it, it's gonna be there forever. So, London can wait, I guess. London will never disappear, yeah, exactly.
ひもなし三千世界に屍を天魔降臨これが魔王の三段打ちじゃ
今を遂げイープバーン
覚えておくぞ
さっさと帰って飯にしようぜ
No Phoenix feathers as usual. Rip the 40 Phoenix feather a day dream. Do you feel the salt? What are you on about now, Rose?
であるか
How much did you miss? I started about 2 hours ago. Not much, I only got 2 Phoenix feathers, which is what I'm trying to farm for today.
わしじゃ
The drop rate salt. Farming for Phoenix feathers has always been and will always be a lot easier than trying to grind for talons or scales or hearts. You come back and ask me that when I'm actually farming for hearts. Phoenix feathers is not salt inducing after this. The salt mine that is 40 AP caster. 2 feathers, low rates are low, 17%, 17.8%. Usually they appear a lot more than this, but today's just been unlucky. But along those lines, every day is unlucky. So I'm not worried. I'll get more, just gotta keep at it. She wasn't poisoned, really? Oh well. Not that it matters. Demons have no hearts. That's why they don't have that's why they don't drop any, because they're heartless. Yeah. Someone cracked that joke in the NA Farmville chat. Demons don't drop hearts because they're heartless. You bastards. Don't remind you about those claws and hearts. You feel the flashbacks coming back to you. Oh, they're coming. And you're gonna have to face those nightmares sooner or later. Do you want a level 90 Tamomo? Do you want a level 90 Waver? Well, actually, Waver doesn't take hearts or talents, so I guess you're good on that end. But basically everyone else.
じゃぼちぼち始めますかよく任せな寝てなそらよっと
Hello, happy farming. Hey, what's up, jamming Neo?
よかろ
What's going on, my dude? You already have a level 90 Tama. Alright, is she max bonded, and does she have 888 in stats?
よかろ
You know St. Martha has a free heart in her interlude? Did she? She might have one in her strengthening interlude. I'm not sure about her first one though. But the trial quests and the Mystic Codes have guaranteed essential materials, and so the Skalk's interlude, if that's coming out with London. I don't remember if it is, but I know for a fact that her interlude has guaranteed essential materials, which is nice.
行きますか
三千世界に屍天魔降臨これが魔王の三
You hate Martha's guts, then you're just someone of bad civilization. I don't know what else to tell you.
侍の木よ牙を研げイープバーン
覚えておくぞ。わしこそが第六天魔王織田信長じゃ。
How can you stand this? I don't know. It's all the mental game, dude. If you can't like bring yourself to handle like farming long periods of time, then well, you're just not cut out for it, I guess. As sad as that is to say.
じゃぼちぼち始めますか。
Oh, you're not done with leveling all your 5 stars just because you ascended them. Cause guess what? You got the skills next. Hey, what's up, Louis? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Your Tomo is bond 7, has 5/5/10 in skills. A bond doesn't need hearts, thank the Lord. Just do it while doing something else. Yeah, I always watch streams while I grind. It helps, cause I'll admit that grinding Fate Grand Order is really fucking boring just by itself. I need to have something else to distract me. I mean, I could grind for as long as I do without having any other distractions, but that would be really rough, and I'd probably fucking blow my brains out after about 3 days of doing it. So just for my own safety, I have something to distract me. Fate Grand Order is nothing compared to Aro Carden, so while I don't know what that is, having to grind for all the shit that I want to do, maybe that you're not aware of, then maybe you change your opinion, but again, we have no way of knowing. What am I gonna do when the Rare Prison shop opens up? Doubt it, you could empty it each month. It depends on what's in it. I don't know what the Rare Prism even has. And yet again, not a Phoenix Feather, but hey, at least a cookie. But I actually don't know what the Rare Prism shop even has. So yeah, maybe I can't empty it out with it like every month. I'll just grab whatever I feel is most important. So. FGO is far easier grind than Summoner's War. Again, you guys are considering like grinding for essential materials just in terms of the events and shit like that, not in terms of what a whale like me would grind for. But again, FGO is literally the only mobile game that I play, so maybe you could be right. And I could be very wrong. Needs an auto button, but then that might not. Auto button doesn't work for a game like FGO. This game is too intricate. This FGO is too intricate mechanically speaking that an auto run feature is not the most feasible thing you could do. I mean, people have tried to make macros to make farming automated, but even then, people always run into like problems where if you get like a brave chain of any sort or like a buster chain or something like that, it for some reason breaks the macro. The FGO is just not an easy game to auto run or auto farm, unfortunately, as convenient as that would be. FGO is pretty deep considering what you have to do and can do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This game is a lot deeper than what it seems on the front or on the cover. For someone who's just looking at the game from afar and doesn't really know the game as well as like the people who actually play it do, it just seems like, oh, you just tap random cards and you make people attack. But it's actually a little bit more than that. Caesar dropped me a monument? What the fuck? You have 8 claws to get Jack to level 90. Oh, You wanted to make me salty off your single roll jack? Okay, well, I'll just make you salty by showing you that. Oh, you need 8 claws? Oh, I need about 33 more for jack skills. So, good luck. Good luck, my good lady, because you will need it. Definitely. Wonder how long you've had this game for. I've been playing 3 days into the when the game first came out. So I was one of the first people to actually play it when the game actually released.
任せな
30 AT for better for farming feathers? Yes, 17.8% compared to like a 12 or 13% on 40 AP. 30 AP saber is basically top tier.
よかろうであるか司令
Where can you get Claws of Chaos? Berserker dailies. 30 or 40 AP Berserker dailies. You can only get them from the Chimera enemy type.
任せな
Or, if you don't want to wait for Berserker dailies, there's a node in Septum called Germania, or the Dark Forest, whichever you want to call it. I refer to it as Germania. And there, it's 15 AP, free quest, and you can fight a 125k HP Chimera, who has a 3% chance of dropping you a Talon. So good luck.
アスリートでも十分なのさ
ぜわ
一応行
しじゃ
きますか
三千世界に屍を天魔降臨これが魔王の三段打ちじゃ
弔いの木よ牙を研げディープバーン
In general, look at the wiki. Go Google it.
当然の結果じゃ
Look at the wiki will become FGO's equivalent of Go Google it. And I love it. Meta needs 2 hearts to get to level 60 and you're like, well, into the trash you go, then fuck that. Well, it's a good thing I already handled that shit. My meta is already sitting at level 70. Ku is more expensive low ascension than higher, yeah, because he takes 3 talons to get to his 3rd ascension, I think. Am I interested in emptying the rare prism? Xeno, I already answered that. I don't think you were listening. I already answered that. I said I'll empty it if I can, but if it turns out that I can't, then I'll just buy whatever I feel is most important, because I actually don't know what's in the rare prism shop right now. And as for someone who's asking what my IGN is, my IGN for FGO is named Shigure, as in, you know, from Kantai, or from what's that other game? Nekopara, if you prefer. Shigure. Could you tell us how to level up Bond in the most efficient way possible? I'll tell you what I tell everyone else. You just grind the damn game. There is no trick or efficient way to grind Bond. If I really had to give an answer, there's a node in Okeanos that's called the Bountiful Seas node, where it has the most efficient Bond per AP rate, where it's an 18 AP free quest for 615 bond points, which is the same that you would get from a 40 AP class daily, or just a daily mission. But the problem is that mission is quite hard to farm like efficiently if you don't have a strong enough team. So if you don't have a stacked account like mine, or like a whale account, then you're probably not going to be farming that for bond efficiency anytime soon. That, and even though I know they drop phoenix feathers and seeds, their drop rates are pretty ass. So yeah, you don't farm for bond points in this game. You're just gonna, if you did that, you're gonna fucking drive yourself nuts because of how little progress you think you're making. You just grind everything else and the bond will just come naturally. As for Musaki's statement, you honestly thought that you honestly that would help people? Plenty of reasons online, but people don't have time to read through it. That's why we're here. I mean, I guess, but along that logic, if they have time to sit in a live stream and listen to someone talk about a mobile game while grinding said mobile game, they have time to look up a wiki, right? But to each their own. And yeah, we're also here to help people out, I guess. It's just that for some things, I'm of the mentality that you should have probably, like, if you're so interested in something, you could have probably just, like, taken initiative on your own and, like, looked something up, right? Like, at least check if there's a wiki, but I'm probably getting too far into that. I'll drop it. You told me what was in it twice. Well, then I wasn't paying attention. Wasn't paying attention. Fucking playing the game and talking with people in chat. So sorry, Zeno. I'll look it up myself. I'll look up what's in the Rare Prism shop myself. Actually, I can just look that up right now. Fuck it. Google.com, FGO Wiki, Rare Mana Prism shop. Enter. Da Vinci's Workshop, no. Rare Mana Prism. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, let's go to Da Vinci's Workshop and see what's on sale. Woohoo! Alright, Rare Mana Prisms. You get Crystallized Lures. You get one gold foe, or a set of gold foes, and 20k. You get 20k friends points for one mana prism? Fuck that shit. What the fuck? Why do they demand a rare prism for motherfucking friends points? Fuck out of here with that. Fuck out of here with that. But the crystallized lures I'll always try to get, even if they are the most expensive of the bunch. I know that the gold foes are also very rare and very desirable, but I'll have to see if those are worth getting. Yeah, because even right now I only have 50, I quote unquote only have 50 rare prisms, so. So crystallized lures is obviously highest priority. Everything, the foes I'll think about, but the friends points I don't fucking need that. Fuck that shit. That's honestly really dumb. How you can buy 20k friends points for one rare prism. That's really dumb. I don't understand that. But okay, whatever. If you're so honestly rolling in friends points, or rare prisms, then I guess you got something to waste your rare prisms on. Whoop-de-fucking-do. But not for me. Crystallized lures and maybe the gold foes, but we'll have to see. Or I'll have to see that. The gold foes can break the limit of the foes, boost to 99 to 2000. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. But the thing is, though, is that they cost three rare prisms each. So, if I were to only concentrate on nothing but crystallized lures, even with 50 rare prisms, that can keep me going for at least 10 months. But if I were to start buying the gold foes too, I'm gonna run out real quick. And I think for right now, I'll prioritize crystallized lures over gold foes, unless somehow there's an easier way to get rare prisms. But I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. Gold foes are always worth getting. Yeah, but I'm looking at the crystallized lures a little bit more, because like I said, I'm interested in max skilling everyone, as many people as I can. So being able to buy a crystallized lure, sorry, yawning, stretching and yawning at the same time. Being able to buy a crystallized lure is kind of big. Kind of big. How do you get rare presents? Burning gold servants? Yeah, all gold servants who are not welfare. Does it bother you that the $80 quartz pack in JP gives 27 more quartz in NA? A little bit yes, but mostly no. Because you have to take into account fucking, I don't know, do currency exchange rates even apply? Something tells me that it actually doesn't, but that's a different game. And maybe at some point we'll get the same conversion rate, but maybe not. Because I'm pretty sure that JP wasn't always like that, where 140 quartz or what is it, an $80 quartz pack was 167 quartz or whatever it is officially. Or maybe it was. But even then, it doesn't really bother me. They're different games. I'm not playing JP right now. If I were playing JP and NA at the same time, I think it would honestly bug me more. But since I'm only playing NA, that's the only one I care about. Eh. Okay, whatever. What am I gonna do? Fucking sit here and bitch to nobody about how JP gets a better exchange rate? It's something that changed with the anniversary, yeah, so it wasn't always like that. So assuming that that's what's gonna happen for NA too, then eventually that's gonna be the case for NA as well. But I guess you can make the argument that by the time that conversion rate goes through, what is it? By the time that they actually give us a $80 for 167 quartz exchange rate for us too, that we'd have already spent a ton of quartz and money on, like, you know, on a conversion rate that could be better, but oh well. Doesn't really bother me too much. It'll get better when it gets better, I guess. I mean, I'm a whale, so it shouldn't bother me. It'll probably bother some of you a little bit more. Does the boss for this daily alternate between Artoria and Salter because you've only gotten Artoria? You're doing the 40 AP. 30 AP is Salter. 40 AP is 40. Don't I ever switch around the servants that I farm with, like Kintoki's or Rob, just for variety? No. If it works, it works, and I use it until I max bond them. I'm farming for bond points. I mean, technically, you're also correct. I'm not gonna say that you're wrong. Because I'm doing that at the same time. Is 30 AP better for feathers? Yes. Actually, we're in an advantage because we started with 3 quartz summon. Yeah, that's true. JP started with a 4 quartz per roll summon rate. Whereas we just started with a 3 quartz summon rate right off the rip. They didn't have to do that. They could have just been like, fuck you guys, and just slapped us with a 4 quartz per summon roll exchange rate, but they didn't. What's the name of the fanfic story that I'm working on? There are 2 that I'm working on right now. One is the bigger one is named Ambience of Fleet Symphony. It's a content collection fanfiction that also happens to be the longest fanfiction or the longest piece of English literature in the world. The other one is an FGO fanfic, go figure, named Fate Recourse Light. You can just go Google them, I guess. they're not for everyone. I tend to write very long fanfics, but yeah, they're not for everyone. If you could change one thing about the game, what would I change? Gacha rates. Make it so that getting an SSR is not fucking less than 1%. Cause that shit is fucking dumb. Like, I get that mobile games can really drain you of your cash. Like, there are lots of other mobile games out there, so FGO is not necessarily the only one guilty of that. Ooh, a double gold box drop on wave 1. What the fuck? I'm getting triggered by nuts again. But the fact that we have a 1% 5-star acquisition rate is pretty fucking dumb, in my opinion. So I guess I would change that. But oh well, that's probably never gonna change. Hey, what's up, original Mex Arceus? Oh, I'm mad to stream. Separate craft essence and servants. What do you mean by that? Separate craft essence and servants? Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that, so you'd have to elaborate. You wish there was a rate up for a Keisuke for you non-whalers? I mean, whoa, a triple? Oh baby, a triple! Let me take a picture of that. Oh baby, a triple. But as for a rate up K-scope for non-whalers, I mean, you already have that in form of Dragon's Meridian, right? Kappa. To be honest, if there it'd be nice if there was a pity rate system. The problem I have with the pity rate system is the fact that people can take that as a sign, as like saying, "Oh, this game is catered to people who play the game, who pay lots of money to play the game, right? Because if you pay so and so amount of dollars, you basically guarantee yourself whatever the hell you want, right?" But I mean, some people can argue that. I mean, I don't mind either way. It'd be nice if we had a pity system, but I can understand why there shouldn't be one. I don't know, I'm kind of flexible on that, personally. Are my fanfictions about certain servants? Not really. At least my FGO one, it doesn't really have, it's not, I don't think it's really geared towards one servant in particular, though I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have Taoma as main focus. Not surprising, right? Like, you'd have to kind of read it for yourself to get an impression of what it's about. Wait, you're the author of the longest fanfic ever? About that? Up until earlier this year, there was another fanfiction that's actually very well known for being the longest piece of English literature in existence, and that was titled like the Subspace Emissaries World Conquest or something like that. It's a Super Smash Bros. Brawl fanfic that the author of that fanfic has been working on for like at least 10 or so years now, but lately he hasn't been updating it, so it's stuck at like 4,061,000 words. Mine surpassed it earlier this year, this summer, last summer, and now it's got about 4.5 million words. So unless there's another piece of work out there that's that I don't know about that's somehow longer, like that has like an official word count that says it has a longer word length than mine, mine should be the longest in the world. There are some with millions of words. I'm aware of the fact that there are other series that, like, if you were to combine the word lengths of all their separate stories together, it would be longer. But mine's the longest single running, like the single entry, like for one single story. So no one's officially recognized it yet because no one gives a shit about my fanfics, which has always been the case. But yeah, I've actually also tried looking for other stories that even come close to mine or the Subspace Emissaries World Conquest, but there are none. His or that fanfic and mine are the two longest in the world. I'm pretty sure. Like single fanfics. So there you have it, I guess. I don't know if that's something to be proud about. It's probably not. I just had a lot of time on my hands to write a single fucking fanfic for 3 years. Hey, is that a phoenix feather? Haha, France is banning phones in schools starting in September next year, so tell me how that has anything to fucking do with the stream that I'm having right now. Nothing? Oh, I thought so. You need 10 USO to exchange for a selection 5-star servant. Yes, that's correct. You need 10 USOs, and that involves getting 10 spooking 5-star servants that you already have at NP5. So, good fucking luck. Yikes. Lancelot got one-shotted. Even though Skyhawk's technically weak against sabers. Just put her into an attack chain anyway. Yay, finally a feather after like an hour. We're coming along just well, Ku. Maybe in 2 weeks I can have all your phoenix feathers ready. Maybe, just maybe. How does Waver's damage plus work? It gives you the first damage up attack is just like a 20% increase to your damage. The second one makes it so that all attacks that your party does just have an additional plus 200 to them. Just a flat 200 bonus. 200 damage bonus. That's how it works. You got 2 of them in your first run just a moment ago. Field Assault. Come back to me when you farm about 47 Phoenix Feathers in a day. Because that's what I did 2 weeks ago. And yes, I've gotten multiple double Phoenix Feather drops. I can show you, or I have proof. I've got pics. Except I can't show you right now because I can't show pictures because I'm streaming Fate right now. Pixar didn't happen, right? Actually, technically, I think I still can show you because this is my phone browser sightseeing. But nah, you'll just have to hold that. Batman and Robin, what are we talking about again? Don't pick a fight with the whale, you'll lose every time. The only fights that whales can that people can pick with whales are people who are whales themselves. Do you want to wave your dick around about how lucky you've been in a game like Fate Grand Order? Oh boy, what a tale I've got to tell. Batman and Robin and Tomo as Catwoman. Fair enough. Unlimited whale works. Yeah, something like that, right? Nobu is adorable, Civ. It also helps that she's voiced by Tsundere Queen. Whoops, accidentally didn't have a Robin's cards. Rip. What if we were able to fight other master in this game? Oh, in other words, a PvP. We've talked about this before, and it's really bad. We don't want a PvP game. We don't want a PvP system. Did I see the sheep NP? Yes, I did. Let me tell you, DW's on that good shit, man. I thought weed was legal in Japan. Evidently not. Does Nobu share the same VA as Megumin? No. Megumin is not voiced by Tsundere Queen. Gonna start wailing soon. Join us. Be one with the Whaling Pact, or the Whale Club. Come whale watch with us. Go whale watching with us. Kappa. Washija hurts your ears. Yeah, she says Washija really loudly for some reason. Then it gives you the creeps. It's probably most likely because of the way Altera whispers "bah" throughout the entire MP. That and the sheep, they look a little bit creepy. Not gonna lie. Their legs are what's the creepiest about them. So that in combination with Altera's soft little meeping, or whatever sound effect that sheeps make. Yeah. It's uncanny valley the entire way. But, you know, that's some people's fetish, right? Isn't Nobu Kagura from Gintama? What are we talking about? It would be like SeaWorld gone wrong. Oh, you mean SeaWorld gone right? Which of the three mini Mysticos will I focus on first? They're so long. Hey, challenge accepted. Personally, I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure. Maybe the one that allows you to do solo memes? Maybe. Nobu equals Shana? Yes. In terms of voice actors, pretty much. Swap your 5 hours for pieces, done deal. I've got pieces and monuments out the ass. Take all of them, or take most of them. I need some, but take most of them. I'll trade you feathers for monuments any fucking day of the week. Easy feathers. Easy feathers for me. Easy pieces and monuments for you. Say you jokes. Oh yeah, pretty much. There's a fanfic about Arash Megumin somewhere. Yeah, I'm not surprised. triple Void's Dust? What the fuck was that? I already have a lot of Void's Dust. That's not what I fucking need. But, whatever. For fuck's sake, even 30 AP is dropping you golden monument. Well, if you really need silver, if you really need pieces, just go do 10 APs, 10 or 20 APs. If you don't need the feathers, but there's a fanfic for everything. Yeah, it summarizes fanfiction in a nutshell. Uma by Nobu triggered. All the Nero fags to be like, only Nero can say Uma, you fucking poser. And soon we'll have a war between Nero fags and Nobu fags. It'll be a great war. Why don't Nobu and Nero have more of a rivalry than we know of? They seem like such a potentially good comedic duo. Just yell at each other about who gets the right to say Umu all day. Did I have enough of these annoying grinds? Then make a Jack fanfic to go to jail? You are from the anti-lolly forces? No. The Great Nero Nobu War. If you love Umus, you love Nobu and Nero, both of them at once. Fine by me. I'll take both of them. Umu is just saying, it's nothing special. Yeah, I know. I know it's nothing special, but tell that to the Nero fanboys and the Nobu fanboys who idolize her to the point where Umu is now the official slogan of Rome, apparently, or something like that. Is one Mona Lisa only really worth it? No, not one. You need to have all 5. You need to have all 5 to make it worth it. If not, there's no point. That's why people are saying that if you can't get to 5k mana prisms to buy out all 5 copies, it's just not even worth your time. No, Roma is Rome's slogan. Yeah, you don't say. Oh, accident in a brave chain. Nero is the worst. I started out not liking Nero, but now I'm actually kind of fond of her now. She's all right. She's grown on me. No Padoros for you this Christmas. The deepest insult one can make this holiday season. Hi, how do you do? Hey, welcome back, Gangsar. What's going on? Thanks, Nobu. Can't wait for Chaldea lunchtime. Yep, when it comes, it comes. Do you actually watch the event vids they make for FGO? What event vids? If I had to ask you that, I probably don't watch them.
行くぜ。がっかりさせんなよ。
Farming the underworld here in JP.
よか
Good
ろ
luck with that.
きれいしれい
Look, you're level 130 already. You're falling behind. Well, I can't go past 130, so by this point you're only catching up.
了解。
They need to make it a 0.01 chance of 5-star dropping from the FP gacha. Then what would be the point?
アスリートの十分なのさ。
ぜひもよかろう
Yeah, your 5 stars in the form of a 0 star.
三千世界に屍を天魔降臨これが魔王の三段牛じゃ私はまだ
弔いの木よ、牙を研げ。ディープバウン。
覚えて
Point is, it would be a chance, yeah, but that would ultimately destroy the point of there being a front point gacha to begin with. Like, that's still a free chance to get a gold star no matter what, right? So, like, everyone would just spend time just fucking rolling friend points instead, right? Instead of actual Saint Quartz. If people knew that no matter how you could actually roll like gold servants in the friend point gacha, no matter how small the chance would be, they'd still do it. Because ultimately, you'd still be getting them for free. So, unfortunately, that can never happen.
.じゃ、ぼちぼち始めますか。
わしじゃきれい
Damn, one more hour until London arrives and you're still at Okeanos? London does not come out in 1 hour, dude. It comes out in 72 hours. Or 73 hours if you want to get technical.
よかろう
But no, London does not come out today. I don't know who told you that, but London does not actually come out today. Is thighs becoming a new trend or what? It's always been a fetish, dude.
三千世界に屍を天魔降臨これが魔王の三段牛じゃ
Yes, London is now. No, it's not.
弔いの木よ、牙を研げ。ディープバウン。
覚えておくぞ
Will I try to Okita solo Lancer Altar in London? I'll have to see. I think it is actually doable, but
よかであるか
I'll have to actually try it.
放て
You probably won't be here for Lancer missions because you'll probably use Okita for those. I actually have no reason to farm Lancer dailies right now, so I actually just won't even stream them. Still farming? Yeah, of course. Who do you think I am?
一緒に行きますか。
であるか三千世界の屍を天魔降臨これが魔王
You thought for sure that London meant you were gonna get interludes for all those people, but it's only for Vlad's MP and not Legend of Dracula. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning to stream earlier this week when we were talking about London interludes. I made it very clear that there is a chance that certain servant interludes will not come with the release of London, because the reason for that is because Vlad's strengthening. Ooh, I actually got a feather out of that. The reason for that is because John's strengthening quest and Vlad's Legend of Dracula skill strengthening quest came after the release of London, so that's why I wasn't expecting to get everything all at once. It would have been cool, but I didn't think that that was the way they were gonna do it, and they didn't. They said they were gonna keep they were gonna stay faithful to the JP schedule, and that's exactly what they're doing. So if you're bummed out about the fact that Jean doesn't get her interlude right away, then well, you shouldn't have been expecting it in the first place.
よかろう
はいよ。
きれい
Strengthening when? Later. Later is the best answer I can give you. Yes, I think there will be a New Year's paid gacha. I already answered that earlier in chat, or on stream. There was a list of them on Ino's and Vlad. There was Vlad in there, yeah, but that's for his NP, not his skill upgrade. It buffs his NP and increases the damage scaling, but it does not give him Legend of Dracula. That comes later. Unless that's what you're talking about, in which case I'd be very surprised. How much longer will I be streaming? Probably about another hour, as usual. Getting off like after 4 or 5 hour stream. So it's fine though. We still both the poison effects still both missed. I'm missed on both of them. What the fuck is that shit? Please, game, please.
三千世界の
Are interludes the same thing as strengthening quests? Not necessarily. Strengthening quests tend to be harder battles that are usually longer, but interludes are not necessarily that way. Interludes are more like, you know, plot relevant stuff, like plot, quote unquote. Some interludes do actually have an effect other than like give you a Saint Quartz, like buff Noble Phantasm damage, like for Vlad's, for example. But strengthening quests are similar, but they're still distinct from interludes. But I think he does like a 4-hour stream every time he streams. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much a safe bet, right? Girlfriend got a waiver on a single pull. Pretty salty. Rip. Rip. Tell your girlfriend a roll for you on your account. Scrub luck is actually a thing, so you can try to trick the gacha into giving you scrub luck too if your girlfriend rolls for you. Another double gold drop? Jesus. This game really wants to give me nuts, huh? Teabagging the fuck out of me. Thanks, game. Is Saber's Excalibur a strengthening interlude in the game yet? You mean vanilla Sabers? Yeah, it's always been in the game ever since the beginning of the game. I have it done. So my saber has the increased NP damage scaling. Yeah, it's always been there, dude. It's always been there. You need nuts for Tamamo? I'm already good on nuts for Tamamo. I've already got over 132 of them. Gouda says that you have to wriggle your phone at 2 AM with your pants down for a 5-star roll. Rio memes. What servant will they mispronounce next? Hey, another triple nut drop. Take a picture of that. These nuts? You need nuts for Tamamo, or you need to nut Tamamo? Both. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. How y'all doing? Very disappointed Santa Altera doesn't wriggle. Much disappoint. Very disappoint. Much wow. This one will have no feathers calling it. You're probably going to be right, considering you have an 82 or 82.2% chance of being right. I would say that those are pretty good odds of being correct. So, I mean, good for you. You have to believe. Well, at some point, belief turns into just, oh, well, if I get something, I get something. That's the effect that whaling has. Oh, looks like the chill step playlist has stopped. Let's see. Hopefully this one's good. Hey, just found you a few hours ago. Nice to see, I'm gonna assume you're trying to say an amazing NFGO streamer with all the heroes, does the events, and has good strats. Hey, thanks, man. I'm pretty proud of this account with how much work I've put into it. So, I've made videos in the past on like other games, and I decided, you know what, since you know, I obviously put a lot of time and effort into this game, I figure I might as well start producing content for it on my channel, because I have experience from making videos for other games too. So yeah, glad it's working out the way it has. Definitely, FGO is by far the most successful like thing that I've made. I produced like, you know, YouTube videos and streamed, did streams for, which is kind of funny considering, you know, I didn't expect this to really, or expect myself to really get into this game. But, you know, life is strange. Not the game, but... Got a feather, by the way, calling it. It could be a saber cookie. Gotten 3 saber cookies already this run, or this stream, so I'm not holding my breath right now. How do I cope with the stress in college? I actually wasn't all that stressed in college. Hey, Feather. Because, like, classes were tough, yes, but you just gotta have to be good at, you know, time management and all that. Like, I'm sure you've been told this many times before, but time management really is very important. Like, you need to make sure that you've got time for yourself to be able to do everything that you want to do. If you can't do that because you're too busy fucking up your schedule, or you always get like distracted doing something else, then, you know, there's at least some of the stress, right? If the stress comes with like the difficulty of the class that you're taking, then that's not really something that I can really provide advice for. Like, I'm not going to tell you just get better at your classes, because, you know, obviously that's stupid advice, and honestly a waste of my time saying it, and a waste of your time listening to me. Like, honestly, time management is a very good skill to have. I didn't have it down 100% back when I was in college too. I wasn't very good at time management, especially not in high school. But I got a little bit better at it during college. And now that I've graduated college, I've become a lot better at time management. That being said, though, I'm nowhere near as stressed as I was back in college. Now that I've actually graduated and I actually have a job and have a secure standing for myself, so everything's pretty good for now. Use our girl Kyo. I've already promised myself that I would not use Kyo, because the reason for that is because I'm waiting for next summer to arrive, so that when I pull Kyo Lancer, I'm going to max spawn both regular Kyo and Kyo Lancer at the same time. And remember that I couldn't do this for Tamamo. Now that I think about it, I probably should have. No. But I can do that for Kyo at least. At least I'm smart and don't spend my bill money in this game. Oh no, yeah. I always make sure that I have like, the money that I use to spend on this game it's not touching it's completely separate from the money that I have to be able to just live life, like bills, food, and all that shit. Nah, I actually have 2 separate like accounts, so to speak, so that I make sure that I'm not touching the really important account, and this other account that I'm using to blow money on this game is something that I can afford to blow money on, and don't really care if I lose. Do I play JPFGO? No. I do not play JPFGO, unfortunately, because if I were to play JPFGO, I would be really fucking tempted to whale on that game too, and if I were to start whaling on that game, I would be really fucking broken. Or I'd go super fucking broke. So I can't do that. I have to pick a game, and I have to stick with it basically. Starting playing JP would be pretty cool, not gonna lie, but no. I started with NA, so I'll be faithful to it. Kyo is still 12, guys. That's almost urban legend meme territory now. Is she really 12? Is she really? Because the original legend, I don't think mentions her name explicitly. That, and she is clearly not 12 in this game. Even if she is like 12 in the legend or whatever, she is not. She clearly does not have a 12-year-old body in this game. Just fucking look at Kyo Lancer. What the fuck? 12-year-old doesn't have tits. That's for sure. She's best Gorgon sister. People can't handle her beauty. Who? Steno? I can't handle how fucking useless she is. That's what I can't handle. JP banners will break your wallets. Yeah, sounds about right. Kyo needs animation updates. Yes, I agree. Kyo animation update when? DW, please. I'll pay you. Younger the better, right? As expected of someone whose name on YouTube livestream chat is defenseless person. Oh god. Really? Are we going there? Unfortunately, this will not kill because we don't have a bus. Please stop with the Steno bullying. No. Steno bullies Medusa all the time. She's getting what she deserves. You love all snacks? I like Ryder and Uriel because they're actually useful. Steno. Like, I would be okay with Steno if her personality was something I could get along with, but I can't even vouch for her personality. So, whatever. Useless. Not only is she useless in gameplay, but she's also kind of a dick. So, she can go fuck herself. Nobu is adorable, yes. I agree. Nobu is good civilization. She has the right to bully her. She's the older one. As someone who is a younger brother of an older brother, obviously, I strongly object to that. Age does not simply mean you have the right to bully anyone. If that's your reasoning, or if my own brother said that, cited that as his reasoning for why he could bully me, I would fucking shove him into the washing machine and turn it on and shut the door on him. I'll let end FGO's story. Well, given how popular it is, they ain't gonna end shit. Am I gonna wash my eyes with a soap after I read a Gil fanfic? Well, I wouldn't read it in the first place unless it involves a gender swap Gil. And you best know I've read a gender swap Gil dojin in the past. I could actually give you the link to that. I think I still have the history for that. Uriel, Bond voice lines and descriptions are pretty much just polar opposites. I mean, it's Uriel, so. You thought it's brotherly privilege to bully the younger one? I mean, I can't change how you think of sibling relationships, but as far as I'm concerned, if my brother said that just because he's older, he gets to bully me, and he told me that as his logic for why he was going to try to bully me, I would fucking shove his face down the kitchen sink. He can try to bully me, sure. That's his decision. He'll have to deal with the consequences.
ぜひもなし3000世界に屍を天魔降臨これが魔王の三段牛じゃ
Am I jacked? No. I'm not jacked, but you don't have to be jacked to beat the shit out of someone.
あまりに脆い
Buff for swole, yeah, I know. I'm not buff for swole because I don't work out. But that being said, I have done endurance training before. I've run cross country in high school for 3 years, and that really built up my my endurance. So yes, I might not be, you know, as jacked or swole or buff as other people who actually do bother working out, but hey, you wanna throw down with it? All right, let's go. Let's get at it. Come at me, bro. Sibling abuse. My brother was the one who beat the shit out of me more, actually. He didn't bother with the bullying. He just fucking straight up kicked my ass. Nowadays, I wouldn't say that's the case, because now my older brother is a fucking fat ass. And I'm at least a little bit more fit than he is. But back then, I'm loaded with waifus on this account. I have all the waifus technically, so yeah, you wouldn't be wrong. You're super non-athletic, but you work out. Non-athletic and work out in the same sentence? What the fuck? How does that make sense? You don't have to be athletic to work out. Do I get along with him now that we're adults? No. I still really don't like him. My brother can go fucking fuck himself. There's always the one weeb who wants to turn every character into females. I mean, it's not always just that one weeb. Everyone wants to turn people into females. I mean, I guess along that logic, we're all just weebs, right? We're all just degenerate weebs. Alright, Phoenix Feather number 4 or something like that. How many was it again? I forgot how many I started with today. It's probably like 4 or 6, 5 or 6. Not sure. If I had to pick one servant who describes me the most, then who would it be? Me the most? That's actually a really hard question because I don't know of any servant right off the top of my head who could actually describe me. Like, in terms of personality, maybe Skaha? Question mark? Cause I'm like, I like to think of myself as a kind of a chill guy, you know? I don't really react to a lot of stuff. I'm pretty calm about most things. But I can get riled up if it's something that I feel like it's worth my time getting riled up over. But I don't know. As of right now, I don't really have a good answer to that. And I'm sure that people will disagree with me that I'm similar to Skahawka in any way. Just realize you max MP Nobu. Well, yeah, she's a welfare. You're supposed to max Nobu, what is it? MP her. Unless you just couldn't get far enough to the point ladder, then, well, I guess, too bad then, I guess, you know. You should have farmed harder! That's really all I can say, but, yeah. Toe equals waifu confirmed, oh god. Teach did nothing wrong, it was all Jason. As much as I don't like Teach, that is something I will actually agree with. Fuck Jason, Teach is better. At least Teach is harmless, ultimately. Almost Gilgamesh getting all the servants but Jack. But unlike Gilgamesh, I don't beat the shit out of myself for it. You want to be a powerful warrior to release you from the pain of living forever? Well, I'm human, I can't live forever, so that's not a worry for me, I guess. So in that sense, yeah, Skullhawk is probably not a good match. And hey, look, Saber Cookie. Here, Gumo's plagued you, and you started with Okuta. You have her at MP3 because you were too salty to go on because you didn't get Okuta. That's a really bad excuse not to complete the point ladder. But oh well, to each other own. Okina has made you feel bad for Medea? Well, yeah, because you can see what Jason did against her, or did to her, I guess. So yeah, you should feel bad. Who the hell is Jason? Well, someone hasn't completed Okeanis. She had bad taste in men, like creepy teacher guy. Soichiro was actually like Soichiro. He wasn't creepy, he was badass as fuck. Just a normal guy who can beat the shit out of you. Hell of a lot better than fucking Jason, that's for sure. Oh, so both Skullhawk and Okuta are salt mines for you, Rose? Do I dare show you my MP2 999 Okuta? Jason ruins a girl's life, wants a utopia, people hate him, Archer kills, Crusader rapist, wants genocide, people love him. I'm pretty sure you're generalizing the fuck out of both Jason and Gil, but even then, Jason is immature and no one gives a shit about him because he's weak as fuck. Gil can actually do shit because he's actually strong. Good luck with that argument. No one likes a villain with a fucking pathetic backstory. No one wants a villain who has nothing going for him. And comes across as a fucking wannabe. No one wants that. So. Too bad for Jason. And yes, like Captain Z says, you also have to realize that technically speaking, his alignment is chaotic good. As far as you want to bend his good alignment, he's still good. So ultimately, he's not a bad person, but still better than fucking Jason. Both as a person and in terms of their, like, how they're designed as a villain. Jason's just straight pathetic. He's just straight trash.
すようなもんですよ。
And as much as I don't like Gil, I can give a shit about him. I don't give a shit about Jason.
3000世界の屍を天魔降臨。これが魔王の三段撃ちじゃ。
Gil literally cannot be influenced by anything. Well, when you're the fucking king of heroes, when you're motherfucking Gilgamesh, do you really need to be influenced by anyone? Don't think so. So, woohoo! Jason is just Shinji as a servant. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I actually got a Phoenix Feather out of that. Cool. Less than 30 Phoenix Feathers away from covering all of Aku's skills. Woohoo! Jason is just as punchable as a Gi Saber. You mean Gi Caster? His Saber is not bad. That's before he went insane. Unless you actually do have a legit problem with him, in which case then well maybe.
じゃぼちぼち始めますか。
よかろう。放て。
How good with Presage of Flower? You mean the Heaven's Feel movie? I thought it was pretty good, but I got the feeling when I watched the movie that people who have read Heaven's Feel before would be able to appreciate it more. I've never read Heaven's Feels, or I've never even read through the original the FSN visual novel, so I can't really speak for anyone in particular. You'd have to go watch it yourself. But even just as a general Fate fan, I thought it was pretty fun to watch. I thought it was well done. Felt unusual. Gi Saber is good. Didn't realize that burning him every chance you get. I mean, the gimmick with him is that you can set him up to have a near permanent, like a 60% buster increase. But the thing about that is that he only has 2 buster cards, so a lot of his damage is already going to waste just like that. He's definitely not a good Saber, but if you know how to set him up, he's still serviceable. How people doing tonight? We're raging over service we like or don't like, but chat is being chat as usual. You want Cursed Arm Hassan, but you can't get him. He's a freaking 2-star. Just roll friends points. You'll get him eventually. Just keep rolling friends points until you get Hassan. You want to see CA Hassan's face? $5 says you caught me in like the last 20 minutes of your stream. Yeah, pretty much. But since you've been here in my stream for quite a while now, or you've always consistently been to my stream, you could probably have predicted that easily. So. But yeah, we will be wrapping up the stream here within like maybe 15-20 minutes. How toxic is this community compared to the other games that I've played before? Oh, this is nowhere near as toxic as the other games. Hey, what's up, Razor? Let's go. But the FGO community is overall very nice. For the most part, I don't have to deal with dipshits all day. Got me before I ended it? Yeah. Yep. The only issue here would be the gameplay fags versus the waifu fags. Yeah, I actually would have to agree because a few months ago, before I started getting really heavy into the YouTube stuff, I was big on like lurking FGO Discord servers. Now I'm not really lurking Discord servers as much as I did like maybe a month or 2 months ago. But back in the day when some of my Discord friends did get into like an argument with other people with in the whole gameplay fag versus waifu fag discussion. And honestly, it was stupid, but it's a thing. It's a thing. You almost have 1 billion QP, lols, yeah. Thank Christmas farming for that. Took me forever to grind monuments on 40 AP. Whoa. Razor of all people trying to grind out monuments for Mordred? What? I thought you already had enough. You're a whale like me. Shouldn't you have already had enough saber monuments? What the hell? Why would you need to grind for more? Not a whale, Omega, lol. Nothing against him. I'm not talking about him. This was before I actually came to know either any of the FGO YouTubers. This was like 2-3 months ago. So, again, like I said just now, before I started getting heavy into the YouTube stuff. Both salt mines for me. In a game without any PvP whatsoever, it really is stupid. Yeah, that too. It's like, there's no PvP in it, so it's like, why is anyone even yelling about how you should play this game? You literally play however way you want, and the game does not care. It's just whatever you feel like doing. And if there were PvP, then yes, there would be like an actual PvP meta. And I mean, there is a meta for this game too, but it's not like you have to fucking follow it. Like your gameplay experience with this game is not going to decrease just because you have to follow a tier list. But oh well, if people want to follow tier lists, that's their decision. Maxing out QP isn't actually a good thing because you can't. Yeah, obviously. That's why I had to prematurely stop grinding Christmas boxes because when I stopped, I was at around 963 million QP, and I wanted to have at least a little bit of a buffer window so that I wouldn't this is really go overboard with it. You had 0? Oh shit. Well, what'd you use all your server monitors for, Razor? People even know fun. Everyone just minimum. Yeah, obviously. I've already had that discussion with chat multiple times about how PvP is not ideal for a game like this. This game is not built for PvP and it should always stay that way. Why aren't I using Max Bond Herc well, because Herc, while Herc is definitely strong, he's not ideal. Got 6 hearts farming yesterday. I got 17. Sorry if that sounded like I was bragging, but yeah, that was painful. I had to go through a run late at night where I ran into 7 or 8 demons in a row and they all dropped me cookies. That was the saltiest shit that entire night. Hey, it's a demon cookie. Demon cookie. Demon cookie. Fuck. But I still managed to get 17 hearts that day, which is actually my new record, amazingly enough. Before it was only 15. So last week's rare essential materials list was 25 talons, 15 scales, and 17 hearts, which is pretty fucking amazing. That's the best. That's the best shit I've gotten so far, actually. I'm not sure if I can top that. I Actually, let me check my my materials list. See how many saber monuments that I actually have. Hey, 351. Okay, I think I'm good. Oh god. Moving past that. Charlemagne's Knights versus Round Table Knights. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that, definitely. Round Table versus the Paladins. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. You're only seriously grinding Rare Mortician. Yeah, that's what I did initially, and then I realized that at some point I wanted to max skills too, so that's why I'm doing it. So yeah, if you don't care about skills, then yeah, you don't have to. I'm doing this just so that I can level some skills on some of my 5 stars, and this is only for 5 stars too. Like I still need 160 more hearts for the skills of the people I want to ascend or level skills for, and like I said just now, they're only for 5-star servants. Have I seen the newest Star Wars? No, I'm not interested in watching the newest Star Wars. I don't watch movies. 351. That's disgusting. Yeah, it is. When does Astolfo come out? I actually have no idea. When does he come out? Maxing skills is impossible. You think there's not enough lores, even on JP? Yeah, I know. Not even on JP they have enough lores to max out every single servant skills. So I'm just gonna try to get everyone to like 999 and triple 10 people that I really want to that I really like. Yeah. Maxing everyone's skills is an impossible. Not really much I can do about that. But I can do everything else. Like get everyone's skills up to level 9 at least. Woohoo! Gay question, but what's your waifu? I don't see how that's a gay question, but I'll answer it anyway. Either Tom or Media Lily, but Musashi has been a contender lately, so one of those 3, I guess. But since Media Lily's only 14, realistically speaking, either Musashi or Tomo. And your name and your comments are also cancer as fuck, but you haven't done anything bad yet. And you're one with the oof memes? Jesus Christ. Qualifications for instant ban from my live stream chat. The banner after Valentine's is Astolfo and Maxa. Oh, cool. Coolio. His waifu is Steno. A gay question, but what's your husbando? Now that is probably something I might consider more of a gay question. But I currently have no husbando. Simply because I'm not into husbandos, so there you go, perfect logic, right? YouTube streaming Omega lol. Hey, I get literally 3 times as many viewers as I do on Twitch. I would love to stream on Twitch, but I just don't get viewers. But I know you're still streaming over there on Twitch side. Keep up the good fight. Going to sleep. All right, take care, Mixarceus. I'm gonna hop off stream soon, anyways. So you aren't gonna miss much. Have a good night, dude. Don't become a whale. It's too late for me. I've already sunk into the deep end. There's no saving me. Save yourselves. Don't try to save me. Save yourselves. I am beyond saving. Ereshkigal is an alternate form of Ishtar. They're sisters, aren't they? Don't fall into the gacha hell. Yeah, because once you fall into the gacha hell, you then realize you have entered Ascension Hell, and Skill Up Hell, and all the hells that come afterwards. You're going to MP5, Nero Bride, and Jaldo after that. You want a shisha for Christmas. God damn, you really haven't gone to school. What kind of a fucking spelling is that? I know American public education is not good, but at least they should have taught you how to spell correctly. The fuck? I already took you into the ocean with me. It's too late for you. It's too late. Media Lily is taken by Jason. Not anymore. He's fucking dead. Jason's fucking dead. Ain't no more Jason to bully Media Lily anymore. Astolfo counts as a husbando. He has a dick, dude. They've been referring to each other as sisters in Fate so far, though. I'm assuming you're talking about Ereshkigal and Ishtar, and yeah, I think they are sisters. They're not just alter egos of each other. They're sisters. So, you want Jack's master as a servant? Oh well, here another pseudo servant incoming. Jean saw his dick in the anime. Rip. Lewds incoming? Lewds or no lewds? Oh, it's the change of the daily resets. Alright, cool, login bonuses. Hero proof, I guess. I'll do one more Saber 30 AP run and I'll call it a stream. I gotta go eat dinner and go grab some dinner and keep grinding on stream, I guess. Rin needs a spin-off. With how popular of a character she is, I'm surprised she hasn't even gotten one yet. But I guess that proves to you that lollies are more popular than black-haired, twin-tailed tsunderes. Rin and Luvia. I'm still waiting for Luvia to come back. When's she gonna be a pseudo servant? They're sisters possessing the same body, even though one's blonde and one's black-haired. Rin spin-off? What is Ishtar then? Or that new Lancer servant? No, as in like an anime, not like a servant. Rin is already in the game as those servants. We're talking about like, you know, actual animes and shit. Who's a darker skin opposite of Gilgamesh? No idea what you're talking about. Rin spin-off or we riot? Ishtar is possessing Rin's body, Resh is possessing her soul. That certainly kind of supports the theory that Ishtar is basically Rin's sun side and Eresh is Rin's dead side. That can make sense. Alright boys, I'm going to head off stream now because I've been streaming for 4 hours or almost 4 hours already, and it's been a good stream. One thing I'll say before I end the stream though, just keep in mind that because I got my time conversions wrong, the London stream will not actually be on Monday, but it's actually going to be on Tuesday. So for those of you guys who are planning to tune into that, just remember that I'm going to stream on Tuesday and not Monday because London doesn't actually come out on Monday over here in the United States. So miscalculation on my part because I told everyone I'd be streaming on Monday. But yeah, just remember, keep that in mind. Streaming on Tuesday for the London shenanigans, wailing from Mordred and possibly Jack and shit like that, and doing the story all the way through until like the very end or something like that. So, all right, that's it for me, guys. Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you guys later for another stream, hopefully. Take care, guys. I'll see you guys later.